Y'all know this is James Cameron's best movie. I don't want to hear about Titanic. I don't want to hear it.
It's
I'm back
it's
for
Titanic was
this
cold.
episode because Terminator is the best.
You're just
It's
gonna
just
be
some
yelling the whole
movie.
time.
I might. Honest. No, I'm not. I'll try to be calm. I know y'all
Titanic
did
was cold.
Abyss. This is two of two of like, James going crazy on set, being that guy.
Going crazy too, probably. Yelling.
And I mean,
Yelling at people. Whoa, I live here. It's Los Angeles, right?
Something like that.
There's not that many people walking around like that.
I love
I think I have
the like
I have more
font base
logos
for
than
the.
y'all. Do y'all have the Carol Cole logo?
Yeah, I had that before.
Because I haven't seen LA yet.
Oh, you're still there.
Tell me what visual y'all are on. Are y'all at the future yet?
They just gave us the James
Yeah.
Cameron title card, a film by James Cameron. Everything's turning blue now.
Okay. I'm caught up enough. I think the blue in this movie specifically is the blue that I chase. Like whatever work that Adam Greenberg and Jim did in this movie is nothing short of stunning. 2029, guys. It's not far away, is it?
It's almost there.
It's like 4 years, 3.5 years.
Doesn't feel it's see it, I remember it happening with 2015 Back to the Future, 2019 Blade Runner, right? This is the next one.
Yeah, well, the Blade Runner was like 2024,
2019.
20 or 2019. No, you're right. You're right.
I love this voiceover from Linda because it really is
Did you know
setting
that
the
she's in the
tone
new season of
direly.
Stranger Things?
I wait,
Yeah, I saw that
really?
photo. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the new season of Stranger Things, and it's.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to be mean.
I saw someone quote tweet it saying she was 10 when this started. Just that photo of Linda Hamilton. Stranger Things.
I love this. I really do. This is pulpy action filmmaking, sci-fi-ness. It's just everything and everything, and it's done impeccably well. And it's what ILM, Winston, just going, putting in the work in this one.
2 years pre Jurassic Park.
Jurassic is the next movie they worked on, ILM.
Yeah.
And it's who's it? Dennis Muren. They went off of this to Jurassic Park. And this made like 500 million, but Jurassic made 900 something $1 million. It's like a
Yeah,
mega box office hit.
this made 520 million.
Movie's huge. I
What
feel
was
like people
Jurassic
know
Park?
about Terminator 2 more than the first Terminator. Like people have seen this one more than they have the
Yeah.
first one.
I mean, this is the one that was on TV because even though it both are R-rated, I mean, I've seen this. I saw this a ton on TV.
This one was a
And
lot more
then
like action oriented,
Dude,
and I feel like it appealed more to like being able to like
Jurassic
watch
Park.
it.
to the
Jurassic
7-year-old Vakashi.
Yeah, because
Jurassic Park made 1.05 billion in 1993.
Yeah.
it's not happening
Dude.
now. I mean, I guess the Jurassic World
Let me see
movies, like the
that.
last one did, Dominion did,
Not just
Fallen Kingdom did, I think too. I know one of
Yeah.
them, one of the newer ones did.
all the Jurassic Worlds made $1 billion.
A Billy.
Let me see, 1 billion in 2025. Let's see.
This score right here.
Calculate.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Pat was actually humming it beforehand, giving me a whole what do you call it? A whole what's the thing they call before the movie? The music before the movie?
An
Oh,
overture.
the overture.
Overture. There we
Yeah.
go. I was getting a Pat Brennan overture. I was trying to fill up my water bottle over here. Dun, 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 dun. The imagery in this movie is just literally is straight fire.
I miss when we had like opening credits for movies like this.
Ed Furlong in this movie. He's fire. I think this
Fire with the
movie
fire in the
is
background.
the reason why I will always be skeptical of like AI and robots and just technology in
It's getting
general.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty bad right now.
Saw Ted, what's his face? Netflix CEO.
Ted
Ted
Sarandos.
Sarandos.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
mean,
yeah. He said
Martin,
AI
how
is going to
far are
be
you in the
great
studio?
today.
Dude, actually, since we were talking about, I know that I mentioned in the group chat, I have finished the first season. It is very good. I'm not a
Me
big TV
You,
too.
person, but I really liked
it
it.
was fire.
The
It
most
was fire. No,
most
you see, you get why I'm
first
asking
time
about
Emmy
Ted
noms for a
Sarandos.
comedy ever.
Yeah,
27 Emmy noms.
it was like 10 noms just for actors. I will say
That's how you know that's
Andor
winning.
Scorsese got a
was left out.
nomination.
Like
Yeah.
Andor should have definitely had crazy
I
like
think
acting nominations.
yeah, with that amount of noms, I think a studio is sweeping for a first time show. That's getting all the Emmys. Seth Rogen, best actor in a comedy series.
I wouldn't be surprised one bit. So I do want to talk about Jim and just his process because the man, I
A lot
think
of
people
paper.
give him crap, even though what he's doing, he's always pushing excellence. The way Nolan is pushing excellence, he's doing it too, in the sense that he saw the vision of like he worked on Abyss, did this, and like visual effects wise, there's just so much that can be done, so much
He's always ahead of the
possibility.
curve. Like he's always pushing the boundaries of what technology can be, which is something I really admire in terms of
And
like
he
visual.
he had to wait for some of it to catch up, but even then, like he was aware of the ideas
Oh
and
yeah.
where they could go. And this movie is brimming with that. And I think the reason why this edges out, like this and Titanic will edge out Avatar for me personally, is because this just the tangibility of this is just even better. Which,
Hmm.
Avatar, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I think what he's done with that is untouchable, right? But like these movies just feel like my bread and butter of like how you make great action movies.
This is the same scene in the first movie, basically. He goes into that
It is
bar.
the same scene, but it's like
Just a different perspective. You're expecting
it's
him to
that
do the
same
same exact thing. Yeah.
exactly. It's the sequel thing of like kind of you want the same thing but different.
Yeah.
And this sequel specifically is vastly different.
I think Cameron's kind of mastered that because I said the same thing about Avatar too. It's the sequel is the same movie, but just a different like it's the same movie as the first one, just slightly different.
Mm.
And I
You just
mean that's
build on
usually
the concepts.
it's usually the whatever that's the rule you keep for sequels, but it's like specifically what he does with these and what I think my favorite movies do in general is that they transcend just one genre. Like you could call Terminator 1 a slasher, a techno thriller, a couple other different
Hmm.
things, but in this one it's the sci-fi, it's kind of adventure, it's got the action, it's kind of, low key post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
apocalyptic themes like
The apocalypse is in the background, essentially. Because you know that's coming, no matter what.
and it's such a it's this movie is it really is like a traumatic stress. It is, and that's what's happening obviously to Linda's character, that she's going through the most intense thing that she knows
Hmm.
that everyone is going to die, right? And how do you
Yeah.
live with that? I think Cameron is the
Uh,
second filmmaker. The other one's Paul Verhoeven to compare his characters to like Jesus, where it's like, you
Paul
know,
Verhoeven is
Because
such a
you're redirected.
strange filmmaker because I agree with you so much.
no, because he calls essentially
RoboCop, yeah.
like Mary is Linda Hamilton's character, right? Why am I forgetting her name? Sarah Connor. Like Sarah is
Sarah
Mary,
Connor.
and uh and then obviously the kid is gonna be Jesus. Her kid is
That
Jesus,
was
which
great.
you know.
That was a great little bit he did there with the
So
gun.
y'all have seen the behind the scenes where he's like wearing these like colorful like swimming trunks.
Um, Arnold is.
Yeah,
I have not. I'll have to look at it when I get a chance.
this is
That
probably
was
the
a great
best needle drop of band to the bone.
little bit he did with the gun. Like the other guy
Yeah.
couldn't get the gun to work, but then the machine was able to get the gun to work.
One thing I love about this, like difference, like comparison, like Terminator wise, is that he feels like he's about 50 pounds less.
Hmm.
Like he doesn't. This feels like the Arnold that you know from the 90s.
Yeah.
He's a little
The
bit
first
more like
Terminator, the first Terminator,
com-
he's like just huge. This one, he's
that's
more like,
Conan Predator. He's
yeah.
massive in those
I
movies.
mean, this is like the height of Arnold Schwarzenegger. This
Yeah,
movie,
it was because it's this, and then what? They go on to True Lies
True
after this.
Lies. Yeah.
I feel like out of all the Cameron movies that we're covering, the only one I really need to rewatch before we record is True Lies. And I
True
think I said it
Lies.
before when
Yeah.
we had Vakash on one of like the last episodes for I think we're Terminator.
Yeah,
It's like the only one of his that I was like just not crazy about. It's what I've seen the least of his.
Hmm.
I mean the
I
one
mean,
I've
for the
seen the
longest
least
time,
of
it was
his is
just on
technically
DVD.
Titanic, because I've seen Titanic a bunch on TV, but I've maybe sat through the movie fully twice.
That is a
True
movie
Lies I've
that
seen
like
many times.
Titanic, dude. When I watch it, I like
You
make
lock
a
in.
whole night out of it. I lock it. I will plan the whole day around
Yeah.
Titanic.
Dude, once
I
that
think the
iceberg
thing is,
hits,
I just didn't grow up
fucking
with it
rips.
too much. Like I don't know. I don't like Billy Zane's face in that movie. I just want to punch. No, I'm joking.
I think that's the whole
You
point.
do want to punch
That's
him
the
in that
whole point.
movie.
Yeah.
I know. He's such a great actor. He never really hit it off
He's in that
post.
Brando movie that's coming out pretty soon.
Oh yeah, playing Brando.
He's
I
playing
was watching
Brando, and that picture is crazy. He looks just like him.
Psych, the end of Psych, like the TV show. Billy Zane shows up in like the
You
last
know,
like couple episodes. Or no,
you know
the
what?
last episode.
You know what Billy Zane's in, right? Before
The
Titanic.
Phantom. No.
He's in
Oh
Back
He's
to
wait.
the
Back to the
Future too.
Future. He's in Back to the
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna
Future.
say
yeah.
I just watched the
He's the
second one.
henchman.
He's bit one of Biff's guys. Yeah.
He's one of
Yeah,
Biff's
yeah.
guys.
Robert Patrick, give him his love. This man he is still good. He's doing a different thing nowadays, but like he is insanely great as T-1000.
He has like no lines of dialogue
I mean, he
till
has
the
a
end.
couple here
Until
and there,
like
but
until
nothing
like the
crazy.
end. I always remember him. He's Johnny Cash's dad in Walk the Line.
Yeah. And the crazy stuff of like learning how to fire a gun without blinking. Like I don't know how he does
Yeah.
it, but he put in the effort, physically to be that specimen. Like you need to believe that. We saw the fear of, you know,
It's kind
Arnold in the
of
first movie. Now we got to do it for
yeah.
him.
It's kind of crazy how like this is the area I live in now. This is probably Burbank, like the Valley.
Yeah. Everything looks
Feels
so
like
different, I'm sure.
it feels like small town America though.
Yo,
Like
yo, yo,
literally,
hold
we
up.
drive those
Do y'all
streets.
recognize the mom? The foster mom?
She is in Titanic. She's the
No,
mom that
She's
but she's like
she's
Velasquez or
also
yeah,
whoever in
I know she's
Aliens.
also in Aliens. We talked about this. Did you listen to
yeah,
the Aliens episode of Akash?
yeah. We already
I
talked about
listened to
this,
like 20 minutes and then I
and
got like
she
envy. I was like, why am I not
Wow.
on this with my boys?
is
Wow.
this Xander Berkeley here?
We talked about this. We we
Yo,
we
Xander
literally talked
Berkeley.
about it and we were talking about like who else she plays. I think the Aliens episode went really well though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's when we were like,
Xander
wait, she's in
Berkeley.
Titanic.
We
He's
were both
almost an
saying the exact
all-star
same thing.
like TV villain. Xander. Like the man
Yeah, he's
always plays a villain.
the ultimate villain in not ultimate, but Air Force One,
Yeah.
helping out Gary Oldman. Look
The
at those
show Nikita
hills of Southern California.
with Maggie Q.
Oh
A
yeah,
show or a movie?
Show.
that's
So
crazy. She's in Stranger Things, the final season.
the what do you call it?
But she's in the last Terminator too. She's in what Dark Fate, I think is what it's called.
She's good in
Yeah, I
Dark
think
Fate.
everybody came back for that. Arnold came back for that too, right?
Yeah.
I saw the movie in theaters and I don't even remember it.
I saw that movie and I remember nothing about it.
I
I do
enjoyed
remember
it. I
that it
liked it.
feels like it's like
Isn't
a
this when her and Cameron had
Yeah.
their thing?
You mean they were
they got
married?
married.
Yeah, had
I
their
was gonna say, did you
thing.
forget they're married?
He was married to the producer of the first movie, Galen Hurd. He was married to, or was he married to Catherine Bigelow? I don't know, but they
think
were a
Yeah,
they
he
thing.
was married to
were.
Catherine Riegel. Yeah,
And then, yeah, he was married to Lyndall Hamilton, and
because
then
he
I
had
guess he's on his fourth wife. Yo, the psychologist here. This man is one of the worst villains of all time. I hate this man. I hate this man. I hate this man.
He's in a
Like
lot of
just
he's in a
this,
lot of other stuff.
like he's just this, like the characteristic of this man is just disgusting. I think one thing that he like Cameron does a good job of is like he just shows how inhumane the humans are themselves. Actually, I had a great quote about that.
I'm trying to see what else I've seen this guy in. It probably from this and just burned into my brain.
Cameron said that this movie symbolically is about the dehumanization that we do on a daily basis. And that is, that does ring true to me. Because even though she knows this world's bad and these people are ruthlessly terrible to her at every turn, even the police, like in the third act, they are extremely terrible.
X. Death is coming to this house.
X marks the spot.
You can see us have dialogue here. Yeah, where's that damn son of yours? I will say this Blu-ray is not the greatest transfer.
It's either that or the
Mine's
4K that
pretty
they changed
good.
all the color grading on.
Yeah.
This kind of looks like a DVD transfer, honestly. But whatever.
It's kind of
I don't
crazy
think
how many how like all of Cameron's films all got 4Ks. Everybody was like dog shit.
Yeah. There's a controversy with every 4K that he has. Except for the Titanic one, maybe. I think the Titanic one.
I think the Titanic one's the only one that people were not like up in arms about.
Yeah. That one looks good to me. Really fucking good to me. I think it's the Avatar ones. But all his older stuff.
The Avatar ones, I don't know if I would count, mainly just because they're not filmed the same way that these were. In the same
Yeah.
way that
He's
like
not like
the
restoring those essentially that much as opposed to
and plus, I mean, like Martin
science
said, it's
fiction.
like
you can
those
change,
are
you can
actual
manipulate the
digital
image as
movies.
well.
Yeah.
And if anything, all you're really doing is just making it better. You're not really going out of your way to like change much.
Yeah.
I love that this image is just an image from the first movie. The picture he has of his mouth is literally just a still production image of the first movie.
I mean, that's
Like who
how it
took
is
that photo?
sometimes, isn't it?
Like who took that photo? She was driving at the end in that image.
You know what the funniest thing about like pictures like that in movies is to me is, you know, in Fast and Furious, there's a shot of Vin Diesel getting married in a church and he's wearing a fucking wife beater.
Yeah.
And I wish I was joking, but every single time I've watched the movie, I think it's the
Yeah.
funniest thing in the world.
What
Like,
is
bro,
that?
you couldn't even
Fast
bother to
8?
put a fucking suit on.
They're like, oh no, we got to keep with the theme with this character
Family.
or something.
One last ride.
Every movie. One
Every
last
movie is
ride.
one last ride.
So
It's all about
Cameron,
family.
at some point, whenever he watched Oppenheimer, he was like, you kind of copped out on showing, you know, what happens in Japan.
Damn, Vikash, you
And
really don't listen to the pod without us, do you?
what?
Yeah.
We
We
talked
talked
about this
about
already
this.
too.
God
Yes, you
damn it!
wouldn't know if you listen to the pod.
God damn!
And
Damn,
here
we're
I am listening to the
exposing.
episodes where you
But
guys.
I'm talking about like it's actually coming up here when it comes to this nuclear holocaust situation with the end of
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
world
yeah.
and the
I'll let you finish.
robots
I'm
and
Yeah.
sorry.
everything.
Go
No,
ahead. Go
no,
ahead. I'm
that's but
sorry.
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like he is making that other movie that y'all talked about, like the ghosts of Hiroshima, is it? If I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
It's like I
But
think he's producing. I don't think he's directing. I know that they put out a like I saw something about a book today that his name was on.
Did he like
but it's
co-write the
something
book?
where they definitely. I
Did
mean,
he?
he has his point about it, and I think he's always shown as an artist that he ain't about this life. He ain't about the end of humanity in a sense where, people are blowing each other up. That's not, we ain't vibing with this. Lindo, I think we can agree. Little Hamilton, best performance of her career here, right? in this movie.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
No question. Yeah.
Easily.
Like Sarah Connor in this movie specifically is one of the hardest characters of all time. One of the coolest characters of all time, period. Like, give me this over Clint Eastwood. I ain't gonna lie.
Clint.
Like Clint goes hard in, these movies, Josie Wales and the Dollar Trilogy, but I vibe with this one.
Guys, what if he just screamed, "When was the last time you saw Bin
I
Laden?"
was fucking
Oh my
waiting
God, you
to see
guys.
how long it would take you to do it. And I
Hey,
was
you
like,
want
just
Jason
fucking
When I was
Jason
shut up.
Clark's in
rewatching
one of
this,
these movies at some
when
point?
I was rewatching this, I was like, "This is the scene I'm gonna drop it." In. Oh yeah, he's in
I
fucking
was
what?
waiting the
Is he
whole
in
time. I was like,
Genesis?
there's no shot.
Where they ruin in the trailer that he's apparently turned into some like
Yeah,
he's
they spoiled it in the trailer.
you have no idea how hyped I was for Genesis. And then that movie came out and I was just like, I don't even want to see it in the
I don't know
theater.
why
Kind
I
of
thought you were
like
about to say you have no idea how hype I was for them to find Bin Laden. And I was like, bro, do you not know what happened in real life?
I've actually seen Zero Dark 30 like 4 or 5 times. Like it's a family favorite for some reason.
Dude, I
Like
was talking
we
to
love
Avery about
Catherine
that
Bigelow.
movie. And I was like telling her, I was like, we should watch this. And she was like, I don't think I would like it. I was like, you gotta trust me. I was like, you gotta trust me, brother.
No, because the thing is that emotionally, the way she sets the tone of the movie, you already have a stomach punch, like you just have a knot in your stomach going into the movie, and then you're seeing them do all these terrible things, and you're just like, this is terrible. It genuinely is terrible what everyone is doing. Actually, I talk about this? How the scene where like the people like blow up or whatever in in Zero Dark 30?
Um,
I haven't seen
Like
it in a
the
long time.
guys like ramming through the barricades and like coming through to the base and then like everyone gets blown up. Like her friend, I think
it's been a minute
Jennifer
since I've seen it,
Eel.
to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I don't know
Yo,
exactly what
okay.
scene
I
you're talking
believe
I
you.
about,
swear to
I
God,
believe. I believe the scene's in
but I
there.
believe you.
I
Yeah,
s- no
I
no
believe you.
but
It's in there, I'm sure.
no, in real life, my one of my teacher's friend was actually there. He's one of the people that was in the base. But I'm gonna get back into a funny mood because this man right here, Miles Dyson, is one of my favorite
This
characters
is
of all
so
time,
blue here.
hands down. Like I think Miles Dyson, especially, you have Joe Morton playing him as someone who is kind of trying to innovate, has his hand on technology that he maybe should not have his hand on. But ultimately, once he realizes what his mistake is, he does his part and I think he's the only one who sacrifices his life really in this movie, like specifically.
Yeah,
A bunch of people get murdered, but he's the only one like sacrificing his life. The design of all this, you
it's
know,
so blue. It's
like
interesting.
the
They made
vault
his
and all that sort
shirt
of
blue
stuff.
too.
That jean shirt, I have a few of these. I love these things, man.
Dude, jean shirt. I'd be drenched in sweat.
Joe Morton, what is it? Speed after this, 94.
Mm.
He's going Speed too.
Yeah, I was trying to see his filmography.
He's like Arnold, good. I have always liked him, but
Oh, he's in.
out of all
He's
these
in
actors, it's Joe Morton for me.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, he plays the doc.
Forgot
He's kind
Cyborg's
of the
dad or
same role.
something.
Yeah, he's kind of the same role.
Yeah,
He's the scientist father.
yeah. Speed. A couple years later, Speed. He did a lot of stuff between this and Speed.
Speed is gas. People don't talk about it enough.
I mean, you know me, I talk about it a lot.
Yonderbon.
Like
Twister.
Yonda Bont, mix Yonda Bont and Tony Scott together, you get a Michael Bay.
I love
Sometimes I
the
like
amount of like
jumping over the desk.
he uses so much like technology within this movie. Like they're filming her what, and then they have the TV in there of her old TV, two TVs right there, essentially.
The
So much
The way that
the
that
technology.
TV
the
shuddered
black guard
too,
is actually
I
in
don't think people
Chuck. Oh
realize
yeah.
how hard that would have been to like film.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, it's harder
Whenever,
if you have a
whenever
digital
I,
camera, right?
See where they're
I
those
mean,
guys
yeah, I
were
guess I didn't even
kids
think
were
about
driving.
that.
Obviously, they call that like area that's like the L.A. River.
Yeah,
That like down there. So like whenever I pass over that, I always think of Terminator 2.
Terminator.
Literally
Yeah,
every single time. That
it's
or
either
when it's a
And
bigger
you
one.
is
think
that the
of
same
Terminator
spot
or
on?
ambulance,
No, it's
Yeah,
when
I'm
it's
gonna
the
say
bigger one, it's
Terminator or
Grease.
Aliens.
The bigger one, it's Grease. Like,
or
when they have to
for
drive
me
at the
it's a Kendrick Lamar. It's a humble.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah, it's
left stroke
Subway
went
product
viral.
placement.
Right stroke. Put little baby in a spiral. There's levels to it.
For a second, I was like, "What is this man saying?" Right? I said left stroke.
Damn. Are arcades
Yo,
still
how do you
around?
explain this to kids? Yeah,
Besides like
Oh,
at like
what?
a
Arcades?
besides
I
at
yeah.
like
feel
a
like
beach
there is,
maybe?
but they're always
Like
like
Jersey
wildly
Shore, I think they still
expensive.
are.
I mean, we have
Yeah.
like Dave and Buster's is new to my area. Put it that way. Like it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Good old
Even
Guns
like
N'
Chuck E. Cheese,
Roses.
but those are like differently. You like load money on a card now. It's like
Yeah, it's not the
weird.
same thing. You used to be able to just walk in
Yeah.
with some coins, and that's
So
how you
coins, yeah.
that's how you went about it.
Yeah, like
Things are just
arcades are
different
like
now.
a
You have to like load shit onto a
It's
card.
essentially
It's
probably
just
there's
absurd.
probably so many of these machines just sitting in like warehouses, like just sitting there. Like Pac-Man original, it's probably just sitting in someone's warehouse right now. It's like Tron.
malls are kind of becoming extinct in America at least.
Yeah.
Like I was like when I was in Asia, mall, India, Singapore, Thailand, everywhere, malls are still a big banging business.
Yeah. I think like
Just
Because
Middle
not in this
everything's
America
online
country.
malls
now.
are like LA, like there's still people that go to the mall here a lot. I think it's like Middle America
Uh,
malls are kind of like dying.
I mean, even on my side of America. But your what do you call it? Your movie theaters, both y'all in malls or like the Grove has a theater, right?
Yeah.
Like for y'all in
Like
LA, in
well, the
Atlanta,
Burbank has the 16 and then the 8 is in the
City Walk.
mall.
Yeah,
The eight's in the mall, and then the six, like they're basically all right next to each other. City Walk is on City Walk, so it's like I guess you could quote unquote
yeah.
eight
Universal
or
Studios.
kind, yeah, it's basically Universal Studios.
I go to a theater that's technically attached to a mall, but it's not in the mall, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
on, you
basically
can enter it from
the
the
because
outside.
I used to
the
go to
Burbank
one
ones,
in
it's like all
Decatur
one giant
where
area
it's
that's like
like
a mall.
you could walk in for Indicator. I think there's like a Burlington coat factory where you could walk into the theater from like a back door. And that because I used to just be over there a lot, so I'd watch
Or
movies over
what?
in I don't know
30 minutes
Indicator.
in. Like at this point, 30 minutes
No
in, if you're
way.
watching this one for the first time, you're expecting Arnold to be coming to kill,
I still
Dude, it's
remember
and
crazy. I
watching
boom,
feel
this for
like
the
like
this
first
in
get
time.
the I've
down.
only ever watched the director's cut, so this is absurd to me. That this is
So I remember seeing this
And
scene
then
for the
they,
first
it's
time and
funny
then
you have him
watching the
dressed as a
rest of the
cop
movie.
too, as the bad guy. The entire movie, he's dressed as a cop. Like,
Uh, Not to get serious again,
a
but
cab.
they there's a guy who's filming footage of them shooting Terminator 2, and 3 weeks later on the same tape he's shooting the footage of Rodney King getting beat by the police
damn.
on the same
LA?
tape.
No.
What are you talking about? Oh, like are you talking about like he was
He's
like
probably just
bootlegging
shooting
it?
like,
No, no,
or is
no,
he
like
shooting them
he
filming
he
it?
literally was like they were filming, so he was like filming them filming on some
He
like
was just like
Oh, I
someone
paparazzi
like
got
on
you.
their phone
I get what you're
now,
just
saying.
being
So
like
like
he
a
was just like on his.
paparazzi. Yeah.
so like on the
Nowadays,
same
it's just you're
tape
on your
he
phone.
has the footage of Terminator 2 and then he has the footage of police brutality.
That's
Damn. That's
crazy.
insane. That tape's got to be in like a museum.
I love this concept of like throwing people through windows. I think it's just
Sugar
such a
glass.
cinematic thing. Beverly Hills
Because
Cop
in
does it
reality,
also.
you'd be so cut up in
Oh, I
reality.
know. I know.
Sugar glass, man.
But my I had always written like a scene in my head where like Jeremy Renner and Jason Bourne, like Matt Damon, where they're two characters in the Bourne Legacy or whatever, like they meet, where like one of them gets, I think Jeremy Renner's character gets thrown through a window, and it's just Matt Damon, it's just like Bourne walking by. He's like, the fuck. I thought it would be hilarious for that to be the way they met.
It's wild to like look
Y-
at these because these shots. I was kind of like, I wonder where they are. And then I was like, you know what? These buildings, like these malls, probably aren't fucking there anymore. Like,
That sounds
and they're in
sad.
LA. Because then I was like, oh, this is like almost 40 years ago. So like, stuff's just not there.
They shot this for
35 years, 30.
9 months.
I mean, I guess
I'm
it was
just,
worth it. 520 million. So
I mean, what I mean in the sense is that you know, Cameron gets a lot of flack because, I mean, they made shirts on this movie where they're like, whatever, something about like, yeah, it's like, I don't have, it's not my opinion. It's just, I'm always right. And James
yeah.
Cameron always, just like Fincher, has a way of doing things. And Jim knows that when you go to make a movie, it's practically like going to war for him. And he believes that whatever pain they're going through is worth it in the end, which time and time again, we do see that it is. And I mean, I just watched whatever the documentary again for John Wick, Wick is Pain, and they
Yeah.
talk about it in the same light.
Mm.
It's like if you're trying to do good action, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of focus, and it's not gonna be fun. And all these products, you look at these films, they're doing fantastic
This
work, right?
shot, this shot of the train, or not the train, the semi, like hitting the windows, you could see like a dummy in it.
Yeah,
It's
Oh
really
yeah.
quick, but if
I
you
love it. I
it's crazy. I
embrace it
feel like this
fully.
is in the theatrical cut. I mean, we're already here, but in the director's cut, I feel like this is what, like 40, 50 minutes in. Like this is
I think there was more scenes with his family interaction,
Yeah.
like the foster home.
So
there
anybody
definitely
listening,
is.
if you watch the special edition of this movie, which they call it special edition, but it's technically a
It's
director's
basically
cut,
director's cut.
We said the
Yeah.
same
there
thing
is
about the
like as
abyss.
fans, it's just more context. And it's context personally I enjoy every time I watch it.
You know, Pat,
My
what we
favorite
should
scene is
honestly
the one
do.
with his hand open, like after the big fight, like they're like fixing his hand or whatever. And there's a lot of context they give as to like the
There's not
Terminator
it's not in the
himself.
theatrical cut.
No.
Damn. You
I
see,
mean
I would never
we'll
know
know in
because I
like an
only ever watched
hour.
the director's cut.
Yeah. This first time
Um,
I've seen the theatrical cut, probably since I had
I
like
would
an
say
early DVD.
for future reference, maybe let's take a poll. Maybe let's ask
Yeah,
people on the socials. Hey, would you guys
we
prefer
could.
us to record the
Director's
theatrical cut or
cuts
the
or
director's
theatrical
cuts?
cuts.
And I think we should do it on a case by case basis because for a film like this and even Aliens, personally, I feel like I'd rather watch the director's cut of both
Director's
of
cut.
these. But then there is
Yeah.
like the rare instance of like Avatar where it's only like 10 minutes longer. We don't have
Or
to
even
watch
like or like Zodiac, it's like 4 minutes. Like we don't need to.
yeah,
Yeah.
4 minutes
I
extra
mean,
is
I
no
like the
nothing
context
crazy.
in Avatar, but it's not really changing the movie.
Yeah.
I,
I
I
would
think
argue that if
emotionally
the
it
if it's
changes
more
for
than 20
this.
minutes, then we should ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh James Cameron or not James Cameron. Ridley Scott, Kingdom of Heaven. Like you have to do the
That's I mean
that
director's
is
that's a
a
cut.
that is
that's a
an
completely
extended
different
cut.
movie. That's a completely different
Exactly.
movie.
So this
That
that
is
shot of
a
like him coming off with the Harley, they put him on cables for that one. That wasn't him actually doing the stunt. They're like, yeah, we're gonna kill
Oh
this man
yeah,
if we
you
do
could
that.
like even a lot of these shots of them driving, you can like easily see the stunt guy. Like it's like so obvious that it's not Arnold. Like clear as day.
And they put there, but see, there's such a good mix. Some like there's quick shots where like they're obviously on a screen or something, or it's not them, or it's a stuntman with a literal mask of Arnold on.
Yeah.
It's just good stunt work. I would kill for Jim to make another movie like this. Which I mean, yeah, he already made two. He made this and True Lies, so like I ain't complaining. I'll rewatch both, but he made great action movies, and he's still making good action movies. It's just I think James has gone into a more spiritual place in his career and his life. So I don't even think he would want to make these sorts of movies anymore.
Is this the most famous scene in this movie? Would you say?
this
I
scene with
mean,
with like the chase.
Yeah. When people think of Terminator
it's
2.
one of them.
I'd
The
say it's probably
shot,
one of them. It's just the act. It's just a set piece. Okay, I think
Yeah.
the
this shot is probably the
T1000 coming out,
most. This is
yeah,
probably the most popular
Of
shot
him
of
walking
this
out, yeah.
movie.
to this day,
This shot, and
to
then
this
the
day,
shot of him
to this
walking
day,
through the cell.
so good,
Yeah.
so good.
And I thought when I was rewatching this, I thought about. I was like, huh. I wonder if they
Have we
use
all
like that
seen
LA River
Superman?
area because of they didn't want to shut down traffic, so it was just easier to film in the LA River.
What was that,
Probably.
Vikash?
We've all seen Superman now, right?
Yeah, we
I
have.
have. I
We
saw
have.
yesterday.
Okay. So Stefan Soretti, if I remember his name correctly, VFX supervisor. He does great work. He's worked on Guardians 1, 2, 3, Suicide Squad. He's done a lot of other great work. But I will say Superman, even though they shot a lot of stuff practically, that CG was a little iffy at times for me, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with
Yeah.
you. I didn't
Because
love it. I
like
feel like I'm in the
there's a shot
minority here.
where Superman's like,
It's
oh,
nothing.
like
Not
up here, big
amazing,
guy.
but
But it's like the roto
I.
one is his like whatever, his body just looked weird. And it's like I can look past it because I did enjoy the movie. And I'll
I think I
always do
liked it
that. It's
more because
just
I went in with like really low expectations, and
oh
I was like,
I
this
mean
movie's
I
actually
enjoyed
kind
the
of
movie.
fun. I was like, this movie's
The
kind of
movie's
fun. It's
good.
nothing amazing, but I had fun with it. I can see why
It's a
people
good
didn't like it though. Like you're basically
yeah.
just dropped into an animated series episode, and you have to kind of have to
Yeah.
know what's going on. Like you have to know who these characters are in general, or else you're not gonna know what the hell's going on.
I mean they made an earnest movie and like you I
Yeah,
also
it's a
understand
solid
that
start. We'll
they're
see.
making a they're starting a whole new thing and all that jazz. My first thought after the movie was I was like, dang, the next one is gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
Uh,
And I hope to God James Gunn don't direct the second one. Give it to somebody else.
yeah, he needs to not
Which I mean,
direct and
like,
just
I
oversee.
mean, you do your thing, but like Superman, I mean, he gave it a good, like, his perspective is good on it. But I think there's just somebody else who can do it. I'll go do it. Frankly, like,
Isn't
I'm
this
just gonna
this
say it
didn't
again. David Cornswet, this man, I'm like, bro, we need to have like the podcast will be booming with this man.
yeah.
Dude, he's
He's
such a
one of
nerd. I
us.
I love seeing all this stuff. It's so funny.
And
Dude,
then he drops the Casino Royale take. I'm like,
his
bro, that's
his
my
Star
man.
Wars his Star Wars watch. I'm like, dude, that's not a bad way to watch that.
But
When
you
you
realize
see
when
the
he
reveal,
talks
and
about
then you cut
yeah,
back to the buildup of the reveal. Not a
it's
bad
like you
way.
can tell that he's like us. He's always thinking about this stuff. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of forethought behind it. And he's about your age, Pat. Or he's like, about
He's like
33.
early 30s. He's 30, early 30s.
Are you calling me old?
No, no, no. I'm calling you
You
young.
didn't say you're
Even
old. You just said you're the same age as you.
He's
Jesus, chill
even
out.
I'm
Isabel
older than
Merced.
Hey,
him.
relax, man.
I'm older than
Isabel
Relax,
Merced.
man.
Isabel Merced she was like, oh, like I watched, like I love like Justice League Unlimited, And for
Yeah.
me, like that animated work from the 90s and the 2000s, that was the peak
And he's
stuff that
32.
DC had.
Older than him. Oh no. So old. Didn't
Yeah,
this
I think
kid
it's
have like
funny.
a lot of
Last July, he was a villain.
problems after this movie?
What'd you say?
Yeah,
The kid who plays John Connor.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Effort Long.
he
Had like a lot
struggled to
of
keep working. They
yeah.
said that he just, for whatever reason, just like he struggled to kind of stay out of trouble.
Yeah. I think
That
it seems like
so
he's like more sober now, but like
yeah, but it's like it's never
because he's in
easy,
American History
when
X,
these
isn't
things
he?
happen.
Is he
Yeah,
in American History? Yeah, he is
yeah,
American
yeah, yeah,
History
yeah,
X.
yeah. He is.
This shot here always scared the fuck out of me when I was a
What
kid.
the with him talking?
No, with
Oh, okay, okay.
you're
I
through the
got you.
milk.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Am I behind again?
Yeah, I might be like a couple seconds ahead.
Okay, now I see I'm seeing it now. But the shot is like I forgot how they did this, but I think it is through his mouth actually, and then they put the prosthetic behind his head.
Mm. Your foster parents are dead. Just walks away. Oh,
I think
okay.
that is Blade Runner.
I am Blade Runner.
One thing that I will say that like you notice a lot about these movies in terms of like how like visual effects progresses, especially with like the ILM being kind of at the helm of all these, is that they do get continuously better, but you can see how like they go about it. Like for example, that shot of
Yeah.
her, the camera panning up and then it morphing into
Mhm.
the cop. Like I'm willing to like I feel like I have an idea of how they did it, but like the camera doesn't move after it pans up. Like it pans
Yeah,
up and then it feels like they like
it
she
locked
probably just
off.
walked off the set
Yeah.
and then he walked on and they were just like, all right, let's just do this plate, let's clean it as
Mm,
much as we could, and then we'll just go from there. And
yeah.
I mean, it was what, like 80 something, 90 something, 91, 92.
91.
91.
Yeah, this is
Shot
still pretty
90.
good for 91 or 92, man. Like they're really
No,
pushing
it's
the boundaries
great.
of
Yeah.
technology.
It's great. And but see, the thing is that they understood that we can't use one thing in every single aspect. They weren't using just one thing. They weren't relying upon the CG only, and they weren't relying on applying or relying, geez, on just the practicals. They use both. Like
Yeah.
whenever the Guns N' Roses scene happens, he has a physical like gunshot on his chest, and
Oh yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, when he gets
They have like
outside,
Yeah.
pieces of like prop stuff on top of his chest that it looks like there's
Yeah.
like something there to like work around.
Well, I think with
that's why
like
it's
this
like
in the abyss, they were like essentially they're testing like the
the
technology
waters.
of using it. And then Jurassic Park is when they were like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, you can do this."
They can flex, yeah.
Yeah. But you wouldn't have like Jurassic Park without these
Abyss
tests with
or this.
D2, yeah,
Yeah.
and the Abyss
I'd
or Jaws
argue if you think of
Jaws
Stan
3D.
Winston, if you think of Stan Winston, I think the first movie I think of is this. And of course, they did other practical visual effect work, like, outside of that, but this is always the first movie I think of because
Hmm.
the work on this movie is great.
It's so blue. Is this Twilight?
Twilight, legitimately, I know everyone kind of dogs on it, but I think it looks great. The first one, at least.
Yeah,
First
because
one's
they
not
actually
that
had
new.
someone,
First one's
yeah,
decent.
they had someone good behind the camera for that
It
Yeah.
one.
has like a very distinct style to it.
Yeah.
It's something that you
It's like a
watch and you're
bluish
like,
green. It's like a bluish
yeah.
green.
These lighting setups are fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
You
nowadays,
have the
they'll be
blue
like,
at
"Oh, it's
night.
too much
The blue at
light. It doesn't
night.
look
Yeah.
realistic."
Resembles the blue at night in the apocalypse. Same light. Same light source.
I will say 90s kids wise, y'all gotta give me some input. I think this is one of the best performances we get from a kid. Because like sometimes there's
Kids
kids
today now can't act.
because like
I really
90s,
think
like
that.
I'm
I
talking about like
I
legitimately,
think peak Macaulay Culkin's
actually
peak.
last night I
Home
was
Alone.
watching Poker Face and they
That's
have an
fun.
episode where the murderer is a kid, like a girl, like an 8-year-old girl, and that girl was
Yeah, I
aces.
love that show. I'm like halfway through the second season. I love that show. It's just Columbo again.
Yeah. But like the girl
Columbo.
that the young girl
I've
that
never
like me
seen
and my dad
Columbo.
were
It's
literally
literally
sitting there.
Columbo. The first like 20 minutes is them just showing the crime, and then Columbo
Yeah.
comes in and solves it.
And it's like the
But you
the
see
young
the
girl I'm
murder.
talking about is fantastic. In
I've just
Freaky
never
I think
seen
I've gotten that
Friday,
episode
Columbo, but I
yet.
have a friend who like really loves it, and it's really funny.
it
Dude, it's
it is
great. You know,
it's awesome.
I think I've said this before, but you
Spielberg.
know who directed Pilot of Columbo? Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, me and my dad talk about Columbo a lot
Dude, Columbo loves Columbo.
because he'll be watching it and I'll be like, "Is that Dick Van Dyke? What the hell?"
Love me some Columbo. My man Peter Falk, Mikey and Nicky. Wings of Desire. He plays himself.
I was thinking about Julia Butters, who was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and The Fablemans.
Yeah.
She
And
is the daughter
Freakier
in
Friday.
Freakier Friday. I didn't realize it till recently. I was like,
Yeah.
because I went to
I
go
was like,
see,
oh
I saw
yeah.
the trailer in theaters. I was like, is that Butters? I was like, let me look this up. I was like, it is.
Yeah, that movie's about 8 years too late. Freakier
I
Friday.
mean, if I wanted one, it would be, or Zach said Revenge, Remember the Titans 2, and I said Princess Diaries 3. If they're really gonna crop
Remember the
that
Titans.
stuff. And I was saying like a legacy
Why not?
sequel, Remember the Titans. Have Denzel just come back for some corny nonsense. Come on.
You can't just go around killing people. Why not? Dude, that's a bright light, man.
But
Yeah, you're
that's what
right.
I'm
They
saying.
wouldn't fucking they would not light that this way. today.
No, they wouldn't. I love how every
But
episode that we
Every
record, we're
episode.
just like, they would never do this now.
Never do this now.
They really just
I
don't make
say
movies
that
the way that they used to.
I say
'cause I
that
remember,
now because I'm like, this is the way I want to light it. I'm gonna
I
be like,
saw
yo,
the
let's be ignorant and light it this way.
I saw the Project Hail Mary trailer IMAX, and I was like, dude, this lighting just like everything looks the fucking same. Every
Looks
movie
like a
looks
Netflix
exactly the
movie.
same.
You
Every
know,
movie looks
shot
like a
it,
Netflix
right?
movie.
I
Brendan
never
Fraser
shot it.
shot it too.
Yeah,
Even
I
then.
know. I was just like, dude, this looks like it's just like disappointing to like see.
I understand. It, yeah.
It just all like just looks the same. I love Greg Fraser, but I don't know. He obviously knows
And
more
no,
than I fucking do.
I
So
hear you.
he obviously knows
No,
more than
I
I fucking
understand.
do. So
But even then, you know, I think it's just like the culture has changed, and I don't, yeah. Like I've been okay.
look at this
I was
fucking
telling you all
serial
about it. I was
killer.
watching Teen Wolf
Give this guy
and
serial killer glasses.
the thick glasses. Good thing my glasses aren't that thick. Jeez, let me take them off.
Dude,
Ugh. See, I think
imagine
there's
like that day.
something.
I'm gonna
I
lick your
think there's something
face.
beautifully disgusting about someone taking their tongue out. You know how in X-Men 2000, X-Men, like bro
Oh,
pulls
I
out
know
his
exactly
tongue.
what show you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
X2, X-Men United.
Oh yeah, that it's in both movies. They had the frog dude in the first movie, and then it happens in the second one. Yo, Bryan Singer weird as yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean, like
I
Cameron and the
rewatched
dehumanization.
I think we talked about Superman Returns in group chat.
Yeah, yeah.
I rewatched it. It's not a very good movie, but I was just like I remember watching this as like a freshman in high school and really liking it, but this movie is not very good at all. I
I
think I just
got
had a
hit
massive
78
I think I just
Superman.
got a massive crush on Kate Bosworth at that time. Remember the Titans? Kate Bosworth. Full circle. We brought it back.
Oh, you mean she played the racist? That's what you mean.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're gonna go with them? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my team. But like, what you mean, girl?
Do what you
And
gotta
funny
do.
enough,
You bought him.
Bertier is in Odyssey now. He's
Greg
with
Berti-
I think he's in he's with Tom Holland's character in that Telemachus.
Telemachus. I guess it could be Telemachus.
I don't know. I'm talking about like that's the pronunciation from like sixth grade from like 2007. That's what's stuck in my head.
I'm gonna not reread. I guess I didn't really read it in high school. I got them Spark Notes. I want to read the Odyssey.
See,
I mean, I finished it whenever
I feel like I might
around
need
Christmas
like
time I read it.
I might need like a translation too. One of the ones that has like the translation on the side, so I can kind of.
I mean,
Uh,
it's not like hard to like follow. It is a bit dense at times, but it's one of those things where I was like reading it and I was like, how the fuck is he gonna do this on screen, man? It's crazy.
they also have the abridged version too. So I do love this gag with the security card where it's just, you know, bro, they just brought in twins. That's what I mean by
Yeah.
like we can figure it out. It's just be novel about the way you're going about it, right? This that shot of him walking down the hall and that light, they just obviously have a light outside is so good.
Again, they don't do that shit anymore.
There's like the light is so bright too that it like leaves like streaks and like it's
yeah.
almost like lens flares to an extent.
Yeah.
There's this movie Indian movie from 2000 if I remember correctly. It's called Darkun. And there's a scene in that movie where it's just like this. It's like a very emotional scene and it's just the whole room is just pure blue and the
Oh,
dude
that's
is just like
great.
crying over a girl and it's like a song and I'll be like, "Oh,
I
this
just
is the
realized that.
vibes." Yeah.
On the coffee mug, he gets
Uh-huh.
two jacks that are
Yeah.
that's a pair. They're all pairs, and he turns around and he's a pair.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I remember seeing that one
Just
time.
noticed that. I just noticed that. The amount of times I've seen this fucking movie, I just noticed that.
I love the detail of like how he steps off the floor. He like lifts his foot
Mhm.
off as if like he was stuck to the
Yeah.
floor.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Vikash, because like part of me thinks that like I agree with you. I like that sense, like that visual aspect of it, but part of me thinks that the only reason they did it was to like make the like blending for the CG easier.
Probably.
To like clean it up as much as they
Have
could.
it, like,
It's
yeah.
like it's funny that you say that because I'm like, it's cool that you mention it as like a detail.
It's
But I
creepy.
think I
but
think
it's
they
probably practical.
I think it was literally a practical thing, and it just ends
But
up lending
isn't
itself to
that
the
the best things
story.
though?
Yeah,
Like
of course it
you don't
is.
know as like you don't know as an audience, and then you're like, oh yeah, they had 2 days to shoot this. They don't have any time, and they're under the gun. That's why they did X, Y, and Z.
I feel like the other
Great sets. Also, this movie is all
guard is
sets or shots or what do you call them? Practical locations. That's what it feels like to me. And that's, I mean, obviously he goes from
dude.
this to True Lies to having these massive
Is
sets on
that wait?
Titanic.
Is he in fucking
Did y'all
like
saw the
Mike?
when
Hold
she
on.
smacked the guy the white frame?
Is he in like Mike?
Oh yeah, it's fast.
No. No, I'm thinking of someone else.
I will Martin, you watched Ballerina, right?
I did,
I've seen
unfortunately.
Ballerina. I've seen
I
Ballerina.
enjoyed it. I watched it twice, but
I
rewatching
I
it,
joke, I half joke what part of
they
me did
had
feel like as soon as I was finished watching, I was like, God damn, like why can't we just let things end? Like I enjoyed
the
it for the most part though.
I
what do you
enjoyed
call
it,
them? They
but I
had a
literally
couple
forgot
drop
it
frame
existed until you
scenes.
just said Ballerina.
They were dropping frames, and all I remembered was you and talking about Monkey Man. I was like, dang, they dropped frames a couple
That's
times
what
because
drove me nuts too. I thought the same thing as soon as I was watching it. I was like, they're dropping frames, and I was like, oh, they're doing the same shit that they did with Monkey Man. And I
and
was like, John
I
Wick
know
would
the
never
reason why
do
they did
this.
it
Adds to the
I know
because
how
show. I
they
like
get
did it.
it.
I think it's because Ana de Armas was also she's doing it, but it's a bit slow. Which I
Yeah.
mean, let it be slow. But every time I see a movie that's like around 2 hours, I get a little edgy. I'm like, why are y'all at 2 hours? I'm like, is this a studio? Who is this?
They actually
Finally,
just
this
like
doctor
fucking
gets some comeuppance.
killed that guy.
And see the
Nice.
thing watching this movie and, going through Sarah's head, right? Even if she kills somebody in her head, they're already dead,
They're
right?
already dead, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah. Like even if she went to jail for murder and is there for life, we're all dead anyway. So, and in essence, though, we
And
all do
it is very
die.
nihilistic, like very dark
Yeah,
way to think about it. But I think this movie, only reason it survives in my head all these years is this relationship between the machine and our little man. He's
man,
just
this
like
machine.
it is very much, that same sort of element of like E.T. and Elliot or the kid and Iron Giant, right? It's this unknown entity plus the kid. And there's something cute about that, right? Have we had an unknown entity and kid movie recently?
Um,
Wild Robot?
trying
No,
to
there's a kid
think.
in that movie.
Monster Calls, Pablo, not Pablo Rain,
A Monster
The
Calls.
J.
Yeah,
Jay
that was been a
Bayona.
while, and even then, I feel like that movie was not very like not that it wasn't good. I don't think it really made an impact with culture the way that something like this did. Unfortunately,
Yeah, good movie.
I mean, I guess The Last of Us, but it's not really an entity; it's a
Dude, even the
person.
poison's blue. Even the poison's blue represents the apocalypse coming. I love how they're all like basically dressed in white, and the two Terminators come in are dressed in
But I
black.
think that's also a detail of like these what do you call them? Insane asylums. White is
Yeah.
supposed to be like a calming color.
But I'm just like, and then when the Terminators come in, they're all dressed in black,
And
black and
I
white.
see it as a joke also that these people think they're of pure intention. They're wearing
Yeah.
white, but they're
Well, the
not
guy
of
like licked
pure
her face
intention.
earlier. Yeah, he licked her face earlier. He's like a serial killer.
What do you mean serial killer? The man is literally I don't even the word I'm talking about, R word. This black guy right here that's playing
Damn,
the
she
guard.
just break the needle
He's
off.
y'all haven't seen Chuck, but he plays the boss in Chuck. He's actually a very funny actor.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. There's actually a cameo that not a cameo, but that I saw when I was rewatching it. I was like, wait, but I'll wait till that comes up.
get her.
Another thing comparison wise from Nolan to Jim is that their camera work, where it's like they do have a good mix of some handheld work and then some work that's usually, tripod or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely have a
Come
good
on,
use
open the
of
door.
both modes.
Ah.
I always love this video gamey kind of vibe of like trying to get through doors and you're building a system that your audience can follow as to
Yeah.
how to
It's the
get through.
geography of
Yeah,
everything that has made it really with stuff like this, it's really easy for I
Best
think
part of
to
the movie.
say
Best part of the movie right here.
let's cut this out. There's too many doors or whatever, but it's like the intensity of what you're seeing there. It's not even just that it's a door, it's that it's a cell and you can reach through it.
Damn. Best part of the movie. Oh, the low angle shot of him when it's panning back.
This is the
Dude, the dude
most
fucking does
horrifying
a
moment of the
spear. He
movie.
fucking spears her.
I think her reaction is like even if you haven't seen Terminator 1, it sells the horror of Terminator 1
Yeah.
perfectly. And that's the same way that Michael Bain sells the horror of the future in Terminator 1.
Would you guys,
Just really good
if the
acting.
first movie didn't exist
Yeah.
and this was the
It,
only one that existed, the first like this was the first film, do you think that this would be as popular as it is or no? Like, do you think that this would be
I mean,
as
to be
revered?
fair, I saw this one before I saw
yeah.
Terminator.
I did
I
too.
grew
I
up
did too.
like
But that's what I
15
mean.
years of my
It's just
life
that
without
like
it.
Yeah.
I watched this one first too, but
I
then
had
when
the
I went back and
VHS of
watched
this.
them, I
See,
grew up and I
the
watched the first one. I
way
was like, this is
like
still pretty good.
you'd have to go back and look at like what the DVD VHS sales were for Terminator 1.
I'll tell you right
Because it
now.
wasn't like it was a hit, but it wasn't some massive hit. But Arnold's stock was crazy at this time, right? So the shot of him going through the thing, man, that's one of the more iconic ones too.
Yeah.
And yet again, that's
But
one of
now,
the
like,
details. Like
she has to
the rolling
immediately.
his foot off. It's also him like having the gun, him like pulling the gun through.
Now you have to immediately trust the Terminator that essentially put you in the insane asylum.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they sell it correctly though. That what do you call it? That her son is there and trusting the
Dude,
what do you call it? The
the sound
Terminator.
effects that like he always makes when he's like shot like that. It's like
Well, like
a
when he's like
weird
going through stuff,
it's
it sounds
it's
like
like a
liquid.
raptor. It's like a raptor like from Jurassic Park. That sound.
Fantastic.
It has a
Have you
very
all ever been
specific and like distinct
to the
noise.
ride? I think we've talked
The
about
Terminator
this.
ride, I think we talked
Yeah.
about. I haven't done it now,
No, I haven't
I
done
mean,
it.
it's gone now. You can watch it on YouTube, but it's such a I every time I went to Universal, I always went on that ride.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
kind of
just
shame they
like
got rid of all those OG rides and they're just like,
they put a
here's
Bourne ride there, but like this ride is
yeah,
just it's such it's an app. It's one where you can nap, but it's also like just a fun time to watch. And you're talking about the sound effects, and in this crazy theater with the crazy sound blaring, it's just a good time hearing the Terminator and those sounds.
they should do these
And
all, or actually at least the second one, a re-release, like a good one, like an IMAX
91,
re-release.
2031.
2031. Yeah.
We're back. It's 40.
40?
Yeah,
Twenty
it's
twenty
gonna
one
Oh
be
was
my God.
30.
yeah.
You
I mean,
just
yeah,
stressed me that.
it'll
You
be
just stressed me out. I was like, what do you mean 91
2031.
is 40 years old?
2031. It'll be 40 years old.
Like I was thinking about like
I'll
75
be
is 50.
I'll be 39. Okay.
What is grandpa born in what, 1990?
92.
Okay, that's fine. Grandpa, I was born in
Oh
96.
man.
We're fine.
He's got great running form. What's the
I
Tom
can't even
Cruise
imagine
school of
what that was
running?
like to animate at the time. They probably just got footage of him running, and then they just
It
Yeah.
was not
like
easy.
comped over it, and I'm sure it was not
It's
easy.
funny because
Yeah,
like those shots, he has to run with like the silver things on him. So he's gotta
Yeah.
keep
yeah. I wonder if they were like heavy or anything like that.
Could have been like styrofoam, maybe.
Probably. I mean, I would
Spray
imagine they had to
painted.
do something to like make sure that they didn't fall off is the problem.
Yeah.
You can tell Linda definitely did gun training. I don't know about y'all, but I can tell if an actor's done gun training or not, at least like a
Yeah.
little bit. I've never shot a gun. I don't plan on ever shooting a gun, but I can tell
I've shot
when
a gun.
someone holds a gun
I've
properly.
shot plenty of guns.
I mean, I am in the possession of
I've
them,
never shot a gun.
but I will never use one. I don't
I
feel
grew
the
up in
need
Oklahoma.
to.
That's the reason why.
I mean, I grew up like my parents used to work in a fishing hunting store,
I grew up
so
in Pennsylvania. No, I never shot a gun.
like I know how to fish, but I've never fished in my life.
Thrive. This is Arnold's best performance.
All I can say is that this is just
That's a
perfection to
good
me. It
question.
really is like all the work that they're doing, and you can tell that it's just a
I think it
mixture
might
of
be,
process
honestly.
where
This
it's
and
like
obviously Jingle All the Way.
there's some rear
Jingle all
projection.
the way.
I love Jingle All the
Put
Way.
the cookie
I,
down.
but no, that's what I was trying to say before. The kid, whatever, the kid from episode 1 from Star
It's
Wars.
Jingle All the Way. He's his son.
Yeah, that kid cannot act for his life. No offense. He's wooden. Little boy Woody.
Yeah, he
Kids
had a rough
wouldn't.
time after Star Wars. For bad
No, but
form.
like just in general, like his acting is so wooden, where it's like you want to feel the emotion of what he's saying, but he's like, "Oh, Dad, you didn't get me the little lights, the whatever little like what's
I
it,
Yippee!
love the way that thing
Turbo
attaches to
Man."
his shoe, bro.
R.I.P. Phil
So
Hartman, though.
Phil Hartman, fantastic. Troy
Crazy that he...
McClure.
Hi, I'm
See
Troy
now
McClure.
you could tell the rear
You
projection
remember
here.
me from such films as
The rear
such
projection.
informational films.
What is this, Goldfinger? See, I would
It's a
love
wild
if they, you
murdered
know,
by
what do you
his
call it,
wife.
Naked
I want
Gun,
to. Oh
the
yeah,
new
no, it
one.
was
If
Mission
they have
Impossible. We
rear
were talking about the
projection,
Mission Impossible, like 3 or 4 that we were talking about. The rear projection didn't
number
look good,
one.
and I want to say it was the first one, and then we watched the fourth one, and we were like, this looks much better.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, the problem was the projection is good, but the lighting inside
The lighting
is just
inside just didn't
one
match.
note.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this, on the other hand, this light is great. It actually is great. Like they got the fan blowing and all this stuff, and they got somebody wiggling some feather or some twigs or
And
something. I don't know.
they
It's
do a good
working.
job of not showing the steering wheel of them going like
A lot of times, from the scenes that I've shot on sets with stuff like this, where they're supposed to be in a car, what they'll typically do is they'll have like a C stand or like something that will hold up like a giant rig that'll spin. And what they'll do is they'll just have
Yeah,
someone sit there
yeah.
and just spin it so that way it looks like there's stuff moving in front of them, or it'll be like a light so that way it looks like they're driving to like a city.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think whenever they were shooting the poor man's for the Nice Guys, saw it on that. Nice Guys, geez, 2016, Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, still a banger.
Fucking Second Sight just put
Almost
the
10
full
years
K out.
old. He was almost 10
Yeah,
years old. And I was
I
like a
still
huge
hate.
set too,
I
wasn't it?
remember seeing it
70 bucks.
in theaters, empty, and I was like, "This movie should be a banger. This is a good movie."
I've told y'all
And
about
then
how like I saw it in theaters opening day, working there, and I was the only one at that showtime.
I didn't like it when I saw it in theaters. I was like, I don't know. And then
I
I
liked it.
rewatched it again and I was like,
oh,
oh, okay.
we had a
Nah,
rowdy time at the
I think I was
theater.
just like I think it was just one of those times where I was just like in a weird mood. And then like I watched it
Yeah,
again. I was
no,
like,
I
this movie fucking
understand.
rocks.
The way
Yeah.
I said is, I had to stick up my behind. I was just like, I just had
Yeah.
to, this is one of those days. I
Then
gotta
you watch it
rewatch
again,
it.
you're like, wait, this movie's fucking great.
Because like it's every bit of like the genius of Ryan Gosling's like like comedy acting. Or there's the scene in the toilet, or he finds like the body. It's like body, it's like it's hilarious.
I feel like this probably got to be in here. The stuff with them like doing the mirror shot, like it has
The
to be in
gag.
this, right?
Yeah. I think it
We'll
is.
see.
I think it is.
I love this once again. This crazy light from the outside, right?
Yeah.
With the bullet holes. Come on, man. We used to make movies. That's the other name
That's
for
the
this pod.
Spielberg
Is we
School of
used to make
Lighting.
movies.
Yeah, we used to make movies. Movies used to have feeling.
I'll bring it back. This really is so movie, man.
This is so
This
movie.
this is like the most movie for me out of all of Jim's movies. Where it's like I think I mean I see that's the thing. I think it's kind of funny because when it comes to 2009, right? You have what George Lucas did with the prequels and then what Jim did with Avatar changed everything, period, right? At the end of Babylon, the only full screen shot in that like montage at the end is the shot of him in Avatar, right? So it's
Avatar,
like
yeah.
and I believe that to be a point, you know? See, I don't think how many I mean Nolan might be the only one where it's like a great director and it's like, oh, it's an easy time working with them of like maybe the sub 50, sub 60 level, like age wise.
I mean,
Fincher, hard, like, it's
I
intense on
don't
his
know
movies.
how many people would say that it's easy working with Nolan. I think they just like working with Nolan because it's one of those things where he's like very disciplined as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like this is the case every time, but there have been some sets where I'm at where like if people can't sit down, they start complaining like a lot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And luckily I've never been on a set where they're like, don't sit down. But like the days that I've worked on where it's like a long day of shoot, you want to sit down after like an hour or
Yeah.
two, just because you're gonna be there all day. You're walking around, you're standing still. It'd be a different story if you're walking around the whole time, but when you're shooting, like you can't move around.
I think
And then you look to your
for
right and see a
him,
half drank
I
water
think
bottle.
it's that
Yeah.
Nolan is never in one place long enough.
The amount of
That's
water
the thing.
bottles on a set are truly incredible. Truly incredible. Just half
You'll
drank.
you'll
They're
you'll
right.
like
There's one over there. There's one over there.
that's like a real thing on set is like people
Literally.
please drink your waters or please label your waters. I've heard
Dude,
people be encouraged to bring water bottles because they can't.
it's crazy.
It's insane how many there are.
And that's how they get left in the shot because they're just leaving them around.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about a coffee cup gate in Game of
Yeah.
Thrones? Which I mean, that was on continuity because that cup was very visible.
That one was bad. I was
And
like,
how
I don't know
you gonna
I don't know
how you gonna
missed
put
that.
go through a cut, and especially like Game of Thrones, how many eyes do you have watching that, right?
You could probably even fix that in post too.
That's what I'm
Fucking shit you
saying.
have
Like
now.
they got the money to do it.
They just need to pump those episodes out. Look at playing with fucking guns, man. Jesus Christ.
I don't think I'll ever give my kids guns to play with. Like we've heard the stories.
It's just a different thing now. People are
Yeah.
different. It's a different like culture that we're in
Again,
now.
this is almost 40 years ago. Different time.
no, but I think the point of, I think there's an intention. It's the same intention that Jim has was like, how are kids playing with guns? How is
Yeah.
this sort of violence our norm?
Yeah.
I think there's an intention behind it. But I think that's
No,
the
there
great
is.
filmmaking where
Well,
it's
he
like
shot it like slow-mo, too.
you show these things, but you're not sitting there like, oh, look at this, and you're not being preachy about it, right? Great
Yeah.
filmmaking is never preachy, but it does like it hits when it needs to when it comes to certain points.
Do you guys think that Arnold's a good actor in this?
Yeah,
I think this is his best performance, honestly.
yeah.
But that's not what I asked.
So I think he's
Yes.
a good. I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger is a good actor. I think he's good in the roles that are built for him, like Terminator.
That's what I thought. I personally find
I
that,
th-
and I don't want to say this to sound mean because it is. I think when he's given
I think
stuff,
he even admits that he's not a very good actor. Like he knows he's not because he's basically it's got
I feel the
Stallone's a
same way
better
about
actor of the
Keanu a
two.
little bit.
What'd you say?
To an extent,
of the
I feel the same way
of the
about
two.
Keanu a little
Stallone's
bit.
the better actor. Like
Yeah,
Stallone
I mean,
got an Oscar
you know.
nomination rightfully, and then this man, for the life of him, will never get one. Creed.
Stallone did get for. Did he get it
Creed.
for Creed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and people thought he was gonna win, and he didn't. He lost to Mark Rylance.
But that year was insanely stacked. They didn't even have Idris Elba or Benicio del Toro,
And then everyone
Sicario.
shit on Rylance, and I'm like, Rylance is fucking great in Bridge of Spies. What are you
He's
guys talking about?
fantastic in that. Yeah.
Bridge of Spies is
Would it
fucking
help?
awesome.
He's like, would it help? That line. Me and my dad, we quote Bridge of Spies all the time.
Again, another underrated Spielberg.
And that's it, it really is like that relationship that Tom and Mark have like in that movie. Just
Yeah.
as actors, there's such a rapport that they have where it's saucy, man. Where's Rylance Finn, man? We've been missing.
Bones and all, brother. Bones and all.
I mean,
Wait, the
well, I
war,
mean,
dog.
no, but honestly, we had Dunkirk, we had the Bridge of Spies, and we had Bones and All. Where
Bones
else
and
has he
all
been?
is fantastic, dude. I love
Because he
Bones
ain't
and all.
juicing Ready Player One. He was not juicing in that.
He was not juicing, unfortunately.
And then what's the other one where he's
It
playing the
kind of
same
feels like
character?
he's.
Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah, Don't
Oh
Look
yeah,
Up
he's in
is.
there.
I didn't like Don't Look Up, but I had fun with it. Like it was one of those movies I watched on my laptop on Christmas Day, and it was just like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? This is what we're
My
at now.
my problem was that it was I don't know, fundamentally just the tone that
He's been
such a
doing a lot of
negative,
stage
pessimistic
plays.
tone that what's his face took.
He's been doing a lot of stage plays, but he is in Terry Malick's The Way of the Wind that was shot like 10 years ago.
We're never seeing that movie.
He said Terry Malick. I'm like, when are we going to see
And
that
you know what's
movie, man?
crazy?
Terry
He
Malick.
he's probably not even in the final cut.
I
He's
know.
probably like in it for like 2 seconds.
Nah, it looks like he's been doing a lot of theater
He's gonna show up
for a
to
while.
that. I mean, he was in the outfit
Ryan's.
too. Do you remember that?
Great
Yeah,
movie.
I watched the outfit. Him, Dylan O'Brien. Good movie. Seth Graham Smith, I
Felt
Uh,
like
think.
it could have been a play,
Yeah.
or it should have been
it
a
basically
play. It
was
felt
it
like
basically was a play. It's one location.
Zoe Deutsch,
That was a solid little. It was like a February
a little
release
seven and a
too.
flick.
half.
Solid film. Solid film. Nothing amazing. Good stuff.
Well, like first time director. You know, I think the guy who wrote Intimidation Game, that was his Imitation Game, that was his movie.
Dude, I want to take a little swig of tequila.
Tequila, way.
And you know what's crazy? He's gonna drive, and he'll be fine.
Martin, did you learn Spanish first or English first?
It's one of those weird things I don't know. I feel like
You spoke both?
my family said that I understood Spanish first, in
But
that
didn't speak
as
it.
I started learning to speak, I was learning kind of both at the same time, and that it
Mhm.
became a challenge for me to kind of differentiate what language was
Yeah.
what.
I learned
But
English first, and then when I was 4, I started learning like Gujarati, like my language. So I had a tough time learning the new one, even though I mean like I heard it in the house, so like I was able to put it together in my head. And then when I got to school, then I started learning Spanish, but I know enough, but not a lot. Like I love watching Spanish movies, so it's like, you know, it just feels like home to me.
yeah, I hear you.
I'm a white man.
I don't
So
watch Spain Spanish movies,
it's
but
English for
I
me.
watch the Mexican ones, man. Because
It's
the Mexican
English.
filmmakers. Oh, what's the movie that's coming on the Criterion? I gotta watch that one.
Which one?
One of the first the new ones that the from
Oh,
with History of
Misericordia.
yeah,
Misericordia. Yeah, that looks really good. I haven't seen it yet. I missed it. Unfortunately, it was playing near me.
that smile from what do you call it? From
You have
Arnold.
Deep
This
Crimson.
okay, y'all are not gonna like this
Yeah.
comparison, but this is Arnold like this it's like The Rock in Jumanji. He's
Isn't
good,
it cut? Yeah.
but it's like that's how it worked. Like he's good because that role
Wait,
really worked.
you know what they cut? They
What?
cut the scene of you were talking about earlier
Yeah,
of
I
him.
know.
The
It's not in
beard.
the
Yeah.
movie. I
Yeah.
know.
I just realized, wait, they cut that from the special
They
edition.
it is such a great scene
Yeah.
because I mean because just the context of like, you know, taking the thing out of like Arnold's head, it's just like, oh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
you're right.
It's a
I
little
think
nasty. It's so interesting.
I think I'll put a poll up to see if we should do director's cuts and special editions instead of just theatrical.
I think it depends on the movie again, but again, like we should just do polls
Like
for when movies that have director's cuts. Like if we're like we should have put it up for Terminator, but like, do you guys want the theatrical cut or the director's cut? And let the
Yeah.
people vote. Because and hear me out, Pat. Maybe you could absolutely you can counter this if you want to. Because I get the idea behind the commentary is just able to watch movies with us and listen. But if anybody's going out of their way to listen to an episode of the commentary, they are more than likely aware of what a commentary is, and you can only get that on physical media.
Yeah. That's true.
I
That's
think I
very
rest my
true.
case. Mic drop.
No,
I
I
can't drop my
agree.
mic,
I
but
just I told you I agreed
yeah,
before you
no,
even asked
I
the
mean,
question.
I think it'd be fun.
Mic
But
drop.
again, it comes down to like
Yeah,
the how accessible the director's cut of something is, I guess.
that's
Like
the thing.
if it's on
That's
streaming
why
or if it's
I think
even
that's
like
why I didn't do them because they're not on streaming, and I think that's why I didn't do them. This one might be like you can probably buy the special edition on like an Apple TV or something, but
you
like
can. I checked before. I checked
it's
before
just
we did it.
for other ones, it's kind of just like there isn't. So that's why I
All
kind of
right,
just
my
do
man.
theatrical. But
No problemo.
I think moving forward, yeah. I think it depends on the release. I think I'll be like, we're gonna watch the director's cut or special edition, like Kingdom of Heaven. Yeah, that'd be a director's cut.
It's a
Sorry,
director's
I
cut,
ain't watching the
and we
theatrical
got to
I
make
edition.
sure
want to
that we
see the
cook everyone
director's
for
cut
not
of
having
12 Angry Men.
the steelbook.
Yeah, I was getting some hate for that. 12 Angry Men, really? The fuck hates 12 Angry Men.
Did you
I
guys know
think
that there's
people.
a
I
another
think
adaptation
his
of 12 Angry Men that's
intention.
not the Sidney Lumet one?
Yeah, the 97, 98 one, the
91.
Freakin'
Do you
one.
guys know who
I think
did
I
it? I was
watched
gonna
that one
say
in
Freakin' did it. You just
Oh,
said
my
Freakin'.
bad. My
yeah.
bad.
No, no, you're good. You're good. I was gonna
I
see if
watched
you
that in
could
high
guess it.
school. That I watched that in high school. The only time I've ever seen
Like,
it. 10th grade high school
it's
history
such a
class.
hard
I don't know
movie
why.
to update. I'll tell you that. Because,
They have
like,
a great cast though. Jack Lemon's in that. Great fucking
great
cast.
cast, but it's like there's
Was it an
such an
HBO movie?
intention behind
The
the
TV
way
movie
you
though.
do that movie again, and no one's been able to touch it yet.
No. First movie's perfect. All you need.
Because I think there's a story
Life.
worth telling within that format, within, you know, a story of 12 people stuck in a room with that sort of decision looming over
And
them.
they're angry.
But I feel like
Oh
there
yeah.
it's almost a format where it's like I want like high school kids to like go watch the first movie and then try to figure out what the social problems are of our time and try to write this just
Bro,
as an exercise.
kids nowadays don't watch movies. I wish that I could tell you
Oh, I know.
otherwise, but gosh.
I was with my friends' kids. I've been real busy since I haven't been, you know, on the pod and stuff. I've, you know, a lot of human time for me. But like these kids, I swear to God, like I queued up like all sorts of like kids movies that I love, right? These kids haven't even seen Ratatouille. And I'm sitting there, you know, giving the commentary on Ratatouille, watching Kung Fu Panda with these kids, you know, like this is culture. This is like, you know, the great movies of this time, you know, for kids at least. And I'm just like, y'all gotta watch more of these movies, man. And I asked them, they're like, "Oh, we haven't seen Monsters University." I'm like, "Not in my house. You can watch Monsters University somewhere else."
You know what I thought
Like
about during the scene? The opening of Fallout takes the same like location of LA that gets
blown
Fallout the
up.
TV show. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, I still haven't seen Fallout yet, but I've seen the first 10 minutes about
It's a good
15 times.
it's a
I've
good
seen the
show,
trailer a
honestly.
thousand
I mean,
times
it's my
because it's always
homie
on at my work.
is
Walton
Jonathan Nolan,
Goggins. It's a good show. And
but I'm gonna
I hear it's good.
I'll knock it out soon.
Ella Purnell. Oh, yes, please.
The thing is, like my man's understands story, you know, and I would have loved to. Okay, like Denny's gonna do a great job with Bond, but I would have loved to have seen Jonathan Nolan take a run at it. I mean, he's gonna direct something else soon. One of these big
Animatronics on fire.
profile
That's fucking
things.
good. Yeah, let's play some animatronics on fire.
You know what's funny? Jonathan Nolan's not.
Bro,
He
I'm
would never do a
guys,
like
wait,
a DC or Marvel
hold on,
It's
movie.
hold on.
seeing her
I'm
like
dead.
melt like that is crazy because you could
Did you hear
tell
me?
that it's an animatronic when you're watching it.
I was like, hold on. I'm dead. Just waiting for the flame to hit me.
This whole scene, like you know, the miniatures and everything else. I still love it. I think it's fantastic.
Here's your Jimmy Cameron showing the
Yeah,
Nolan. You can cut to this for Oppenheimer. Cut back.
Yeah. If I bet if James Cameron had
and
his
we
way,
we talked
he'd
about
probably
it.
like he would probably like low key like edit this into the shot
It cuts from Killian Murphy on the stage to
to
that.
just that. Yeah, it's like a quick shot.
See, I understand why Nolan
It
made
cuts
an
to
Oppenheimer
James
movie,
Mangold's the
but
Wolverine. It cuts to-
yeah, I I was talking about Oppenheimer actually yesterday with my friend's mom, and she was
Military.
like, when we
Aliens.
I was telling her about the Holocaust Remembrance Museum in DC, and she told me about the museum they have in Japan in
Mm,
what do you call it, you know, in Hiroshima. And she was like, literally, we went inside, I started crying.
yeah.
And it's like it's something
You
where like Indian people are not taught this stuff in
the
school, but
US
like she went there, she was like, I was crying.
people forget, especially that live here. The United States is the only one that's ever used nuclear weapons.
I
Or I
I
guess
will say
atomic bombs
I did
has
end up
used
watching Zone of Interest, Pat. The ending of Zone of Interest is one of the greatest endings I've seen of any movie,
that
period.
cut. Oh,
That
good
that
fucking
that is
God.
the that is cinema. That is straight cinema. That like
Avery
I
watched it last night.
That cut, dude, in the theater, I was like
I
sitting on my
I'm
chair
getting
when it cut
goosebumps.
back. I was
I'm
like,
getting goosebumps
dude,
thinking about it.
that cut, holy fuck. What a fucking cut. I think I audibly yelled, what a fucking cut. in that theater.
I think the
Because I
crazy
think,
part about like
but that's
being
the
someone who's
thing.
into film like that is
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we
Someone
say
next
shit
to me is
out
probably
loud and you're like, what the fuck?
yeah. Like, what a fucking
See,
cut. Like,
I'm
holy
lucky
shit.
because in my house, me and my dad do that. We do that all the
Yeah.
time. We're like, yo,
I
that
do
was
that all the
awesome.
time. I do that all the
I
time. I'd
was
be
like,
like,
look at that. I was like, that's a longer
yeah,
take, isn't it? Like, look at this. Oh, we were watching that Poker Face episode. I was like, yo, look at how they have the camera like all the way down to like the level where the kids are,
yeah.
rather than where
That's what I do
the
all the
teachers
time.
are.
Yeah. One of the best cuts
Yo,
I've
what is
seen in
this,
a long
Michael
time.
Mann? Yo, they just had they just screened
Big ol' homie.
the Insider at the I think
The
at the
Academy, yeah.
WGA or something. Yeah,
The Academy
I was like
Museum.
I was like, bro,
45
come
millimeter.
on.
Michael Mann was
The
there.
Insider is still, I think that's my top three. It's Heat, Collateral, and The Insider. That's my peak
The
man.
Insider's
Even
so
though
fucking good.
he has like 5, 10 out of 10 movies for me.
Heat's so
This
good.
uh Dyson's wife is in Law and Order. If y'all have ever watched Law and Order,
Cut to the family life.
I
He's got that
love, I
money.
just love Joe Morin, man. I don't know what else to say. I think this is the only time, besides maybe Avatar, technically, where we have people of color in a Jim Cameron movie in a prominent role. The chief or
Yeah.
the individual that Natiri's like whatever courting that's courting Natiri in the first movie.
Oh,
He's the
Sasuke.
dude from what do you call it? He's in The Boys, I think, if I remember correctly,
Mm.
as Mother's Milk. He's like, oh shit! I'm like, oh dang!
Wonder how much clearance they had to get for that Minnesota Twins baseball hat. Bro's in LA and he's wearing a Minnesota Twins hat. Interesting.
Maybe he's not from LA. That's what
Maybe.
they're trying to show.
Yeah.
Yo, so Jim Cameron be wearing these like hockey jersey type things recently, the
Dude, the
last 10 years.
Fox, he's been doing
What is
that
For
for
that?
the Fox
great. I
shit.
don't know, man.
No, but like,
He
It's
is
like
it
a
a
loves to
weird
wear
team?
those. They're
sponsor. It's like a
ugly.
weird sponsor.
Is it
I
a
don't even think they're
team?
sponsoring, man. I think it's what
He just likes to
Fox.
wear them. I think they
Fox is
sponsor.
a
They gotta
brand of
sponsor
like
him now.
sportswear.
Isn't it like BMX type of shit
It's like
or like
BMX, like
off-roading?
motocross
Oh,
stuff.
I
Yeah.
thought it was like hockey. I was like, what team? I was literally looking up. I
Nah.
was like, James Cameron jersey.
I would let you know that was a hockey jersey. It's not a
Okay,
hockey
so yet
jersey.
again, this is another moment, right? Where she
Like,
she
it's just like a train conductor.
she's looking at the vision, right?
Yeah.
That she knows the future. Look at the acting, man.
Dude, he sweats a lot in this movie.
He does, yeah.
At the end, when he's like dying, he's like really sweating.
Oh, he's doing the Tony Scott sweat. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Can you imagine Denzel in this role?
I no,
Yeah. Denzel. He had an Oscar at this
No,
point.
thank you. I'll take Joe Morton.
He
I'll
already had
take
an
Joe
Oscar.
Morton any day. I mean,
I
you're right. Denzel would be fantastic in this, but
mm,
like Joe, I don't know. Joe Morton he brings such a heart to the performance.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went out to Denzel.
Because my
But
thing
Bill
is
probably
that when
said
it comes
no.
to scientists specifically, these individuals are typically smart people, emotionless, unaware of their situation. They have too much hubris. And Dyson, for once, is playing someone that's actually considering and understanding of the situation at hand, which I would say some of the people in this field working with AI, they're probably not being that considerate.
Probably not.
And this is one of the moments where you go from a good movie to a great movie, where you have the ethical consideration of like, oh, I'm gonna go blow someone's head off, and like, wait, hold up,
Yeah.
I'm
You could
getting too
stop it
lost in
all
the
right now.
sauce.
Yeah.
Another movie doesn't stop here, right? And these are the moments where like if you stop halfway through your movie and do a scene like this, you're automatically on a great list for me. Have y'all seen David Ayer's Fury?
I have. I love
Mhm.
Fury.
So it's like in the middle of the movie, they stop the movie, right? They stop the overall narrative pacing of the movie, and they do a scene kind of like this in a village, and they invest you in the characters in a great way. And that's what's about to happen, right? We're about to slow down. We're going to reinvest in these characters. We're going to invest in Dyson, and we're like, wait, now they're getting another mission as to how we're going to destroy Skynet.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, for anybody, my Wi-Fi for the last 17 years has been
Skynet.
Skynet.
I
I'm like a firm
Yeah.
believer of like Skynet and like this prescience of AI, and at some point we're gonna get too big for our britches and we're gonna do
Do you
something
guys
wrong. Like see this when he cuts open his hand. Come on, this is cinema.
do you guys know in what is it? The This Is the End, they keep talking about Skynet. And Seth
Yeah,
was like, why do you keep talking about Skynet? Shut up. It's not Skynet.
they're nerds too, man. I love it, and that's the thing. Studio is like such a nerd show.
Oh, I love the studio. I don't know if I actually told you guys actually. Oh wait, no, we did. We talked about it right before we started recording. I finished it. It's great.
What was your
Did
favorite?
you
Was it
yeah,
the
I
trying to
think it
find the
is,
film
yeah.
reel?
If you're asking what my favorite episode is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the film reel and the noir?
um, it's a good
That
question.
was a
I
good
don't
one.
know, man. They're all pretty good.
I think you might lean
I
towards
will
nine
say
ten. Nine
I
ten is
don't
fun.
I don't think that I have a favorite, but I definitely have a least favorite. And my least favorite one was the burrito episode. And even then, it's still a very good episode.
Which one was that?
That was the one where like is no
Like
they're like
Parker Finn is like
yeah.
Oh, okay,
you-
okay. Got
they
it.
keep
Got it.
trying to
Yeah, yeah,
pitch
yeah.
Parker Finn a movie. It's basically like a smile ripoff.
Smile.
Yeah.
It is funny. They bring in their buddy, the dude who the like neighbors and
Oh,
uh
Ike Baron Holtz.
forget no,
Yeah.
forgetting Sarah Marshall, the director, Nick Stoller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They brought him in to make Kool-Aid.
Cool. Hey man, you basically end the world. So have fun with that knowledge.
See, hydrogen bomb. She's talking about the hydrogen bomb, right?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
And that's the thing. That is the hubris, right? That he's talking about hydrogen bomb, not atomic bomb. Because the atomic bomb was a start. And then there, we see it in Oppenheimer where they're like, hey, let's go proliferate
Atomic bomb
hydrogen
was a
bomb
start.
instead.
The Russians made the hydrogen bomb
It's so weird. I was literally talking about the hydrogen bomb today. We were talking about this yesterday.
because they sold the plans to the Russian spies. I guess you could have the same ending as Oppenheimer with technology, though.
Yeah.
Same thing. Technology could eventually take over the whole world. The fear of it.
I see it as like, I see these movies as being like, cautionary tales in a sense,
I was
right?
gonna say cautionary tale.
Yeah.
And one thing I loved about Dark Fate was that it was a renewal of that fear. You know, they definitely did their research about it. And yes, the movie doesn't land. It's not like, you know, a great movie or something, but they definitely put an earnest foot forward with that. I'm gonna rewatch at least three after this. Maybe Dark Fate. We'll see what happens.
I
See,
told myself
this
I was gonna
man,
keep
Joe Martin, is
watching
so
these
good in this
movies.
movie.
Whenever I showed them to Avery after we watched the second one, I was like, I'm gonna keep watching them on my own, and then I just never did.
You know what's funny?
I started the
I
third and I never
think
got through it.
I think Joe Martin's a better actor than Linda and Arnold. That might be
I
why I
think
love him in
Linda's
this
pretty
movie.
damn good in this movie, bro. I think
Yeah.
She is
Linda's really
fantastic.
good.
She's fantastic in this movie. Actually, there's two people from Chuck in this. In Chuck, like in that show, Linda plays the mom in that show.
I love that show. Just looks at Zachary Levi. It's just a fucking nut job.
Uh there's a point in the I guess the late 2010s where people were like, oh, they should revive Chuck, and they Zachary Levi was going around saying that Yvonne Stravinsky, if I remember her name right,
Mm,
like the female lead of the show, that she was the one who was like pulling everything back. And little did we know that he's the terrible human being.
yeah.
He's the one who was like talking crap about somebody, and
Yeah, he's a
he's the
shitty
reason they
person.
weren't doing it.
Yeah.
I too
Just
wouldn't
like
want to deal with him.
Still. Yeah. Still a great show though.
He's
Head
wearing
it
the
up your
jeans, the blue
shit.
jeans.
So much blue. Everybody's wearing blue. Security guards like a
That
dark
shot
blue
of them
It
jacket.
pulling
just
up the
blends
guns
together,
was
man.
it
Yeah.
was so John Woo.
So much blue. So much muted colors.
Actually, if you go to the ride or in the ride for Terminator, they have that same Cyberdyne, like that muted colors inside for the queue to get inside.
Mm. Fuck.
This is so juice, man.
Shit. There's a cameo coming up here.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I noticed him in when I watched it with Zach and
I
my
just
other two buddies. Because
noticed it
we all had
recently.
seen that show recently. We're like, yo, no way.
Yeah. I was like, wait, is that? But I'll point him out when he's there. I was like, it has to be. And I looked it up. I
That
was like,
ain't who
yeah,
I think it is it?
yeah. And you can't even see him. He has like a mask on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then we're definitely pulling up the IMDb or something. That's for sure.
I don't know who you guys are talking about cameo wise.
No, we'll tell you when it
I'll
comes
wait.
up.
I'll wait till he pops up. Unless he's before that.
Like Bryan Cranston shows up in this,
Unless it's a director's cut thing.
bro. That'd
Watch
be
him,
nasty.
Can you
Yeah.
guys imagine that we're just looking for it the
Just
whole
cut
time? It's
out.
just not there.
Yeah.
You know what I would say is one that I'm like, I almost think about it and I'm like, I kind of think about like the director's cut. I'm like, or not the director's cut, but like an extended cut version of it. And I'm like, theatrical still better. Spider-Man 2.1.
I don't even think I've seen.
I've never
the
seen
director's
2.1.
cut. Yeah.
Don't watch it.
I've
It's
never
like
seen
slightly
that.
longer. The action sequences are a little bit longer, but the theatrical cut is actually the superior version. Same thing with Donnie Darko,
Donnie
which a
Darko,
lot of
yeah, I was gonna
people,
say,
yeah.
yeah.
The
Oh, I was
director's
watching.
cut is, I would say, here's what I'd say about the director's cut of Donnie Darko. The director's cut is longer and it is worth a watch, but the theatrical cut is the superior version. It's just paced a
Yeah.
lot better.
Yo, this blue, baby.
I was talking to a coworker about Superman. And this was before the film had officially released, and we were talking about the trailer, and he's like, "Why don't you like why don't you like the new Superman movie? Like, aren't you excited for it?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. I just think it looks kind of ugly. Like the color grading looks bad." And like I said the word color grading, Oh my god, bro's pulling up Southland Tales right now.
I was watching that today. I was on the vibes, bro.
But I was talking to him about the color grading, and he like didn't understand what I meant. And I was like, when you shoot film or like when you shoot a movie, you shoot in what's called like a log format, and so you can color it later.
Yep.
And he just could not comprehend that. And I was like, you can manipulate the colors to be however you want to, like blue, yellow, kind of in a way that looks better. And I was like, this one uses too much blue. And he goes, well, you like the Avatar movies, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like,
But
those
it's
are
like
really blue. And I was like, that's not the same
but the
thing.
contrast and your color of what they used to call it was color timing, right? And now
Yeah.
it's, now you have, company like Company 3, they do a lot of coloring work for studios, for movies. And it is something where in the DI, you need someone to come in and do the work on the DI. And sometimes DPs don't even come in for the work, which is crazy to me. Like I would, no offense, but if I was a DP, I wouldn't trust a director to do it
I
themselves.
was I was on a set not that long ago where there was an editor on set and they were like actively like getting footage from the shoot and they were like trying to color grade it there to see how it looked.
Have you seen, you know what Deacons does, right? He keeps a monitor there that
Mm-hmm.
has like a calibrated monitor, which people, if you don't know, the editing suites, they have like $1,000, $2,000 screens, maybe even more, because the screens and the coloring for those screens specifically is like pure color. It's not like, a cheap TV or whatever will have colors that don't look true. And the TVs they have that they use there, they have to have that. Actually, Eddie Hamilton today, he was talking about how they were on I think like a carrier or something, like a Navy ship, and the
Yeah.
Navy like ship leader was like, yeah, you can plug into my yeah, usually there's FATs on these monitors, you could just plug in on my desk and add it in here if you want. They had this man going everywhere editing. And one of the things yet again about this movie, this third act is still very, Hollywood, big action, big
It's crazy that we're
moments.
already here at this part because I feel like once we pass this scene, it just gets
It's
going and it
it's
doesn't stop.
but that's the thing. The whole movie is this way, and this movie is a Ferrari. It's straight up is like
Um,
it's a fine oiled machine.
you know the shot of the helicopter going under the bridge?
Yeah. Oh, I
You
know.
know that they told him he couldn't do that? Like they were like, no one's gonna do it. And then he was like, fine, I'll find somebody else, and they did.
So what happened with that was the pilot
It's
himself,
like Tom
Chuck.
Cruise. I just got
It
another
was like
flight.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
No,
He
no,
fired
no.
his insurance guy.
He has
Yeah.
a no. So that pilot is in the movie. When Homeboy T-1000 like slips through the glass, the pilot inside is the pilot who did that.
Yeah,
So he's the
because
one.
they said that the
Chuck
person who did it
Tamburo, that's his
didn't
name.
want to like actually do it,
So
and it's kind of
what
like back
happened
to that
was
sentiment with
the camera that's behind them, like the chase vehicle, no none of the camera team wanted to be in there because if the helicopter crashed, then
they were
you're
all
pretty
screwed.
much dead. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
That's
fun.
why it was just the whatever the chase car driver and Jim in the car. None of them wanted to do it. But I see when it comes to something like that, I trust these people, If and I think Chuck Tamburo was a Vietnam War pilot. So, and he's the one, there's another shot where you're talking about the overpass. There's another overpass where he like barely slims over it. And you're just like, what is this work? It's crazy. Do y'all follow Fred North on Instagram?
I do not,
I do not.
unfortunately.
Check him out, Fred North. He's one of these movie pilots. He's the one who's doing all the helicopter work in Ambulance. Old Guard 2 just came out. He did some work on that too with Charlize.
Mm. There's the fucking hand.
I love that they set all this up and it never feels like, you know, some boring or unneeded exposition.
Mm.
You know
I think
that
she's
chip
in
that they have for like
emissions.
the like the chip that they put in their heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have a keychain that had like it was like the
broken
chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
And I
whatever, it's got a
wish,
piece shipped off, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could still find it. I don't know where it's at now. Or like, I mean, like, I know I don't have mine anymore, but I bet I could find it online. But God, I remember that like I was just walking one day and I noticed it wasn't on my keychain anymore. And I was like, oh no, I lost it. And it was
Damn.
just done for. Oh, I found it on eBay. It's $8.
eBay Bay.
It's probably more expensive to ship it than it is actually worth.
It's $7 to ship it,
It's worth $8.
but the actual yeah, it's $8 to just buy it.
Bro gets
But I mean,
lit
like, hey,
up.
that's what I
See,
mean though,
they
is that
come
like
through the door. They come through the door and just start shooting at him, right?
Yeah.
If that ain't, I'm just saying, okay? I'm just super saying that y'all just gonna open the door, start shooting the black man. I'm just
no
saying.
questions asked.
Is James Cameron trying to tell you something?
He knew.
The acting here is fantastic. And he is sweat con level.
He's
like
very
10.
sweaty. He's very sweaty.
But that is what happens when you're like about to die, like in that sort of like situation. You do get like, because your blood pressure,
so
your body goes into like a negative or positive
It's like a
feedback
shock.
mechanism. Yeah.
one of the guys shooting here, he's right there. He's kind of a bald head. He's in
Harvard man.
Breaking Bad. He's in Breaking Bad.
ASAC Strader.
And you can hear his voice. I don't know if it's in the theatrical cut. And I was like, Hank?
Dean Norris. Dean Norris, just fantastic. I like how they just had it. They had Arnold go through some drywall.
Yeah. Let's see if he talks right here.
This is still so
Yeah,
cool.
there he is, right in the front.
Grenade launcher.
Dean Norris, Breaking Bad.
There he is.
Yeah.
He's also in Evan Almighty as a cop.
Heaven almighty.
Unlocked a memory for me, dude.
What
This,
a film.
this breathing right here, this acting right here. Come on.
He's so sweaty, dude.
You think do you think Cameron
So
had him on the
good.
monitor? He was like, put more sweat on him.
Yeah. Spray his face, more sweat.
Spray his face, put more sweat on him.
I love Miles Dyson. And talk about a name. One of my favorite names in cinema.
Miles Dyson. Dyson chicken? What are you making? Damn.
First time on the pod. Audible. Just, this is how you make movies, man. This is how you make movies.
Just blow some shit up.
Cinema.
As they say in Mitchell's versus the Machines, behold, cinema.
Cinema.
Robert Patrick does come back for the whatever, the Universal ride too. Jim directed all that stuff for that ride.
I'll be back. Damn.
That shot pushing in on Arnold was so good. I was talking about it when I was talking about John Wick, where it's like when you have to make good action movies, like you just like the amount of work you got to put in is insane. But it's like artistically, you need to have a good looking movie, good visual storytelling, whether it's the way you shoot it, the editing, the color grading, as
we
Martinez
don't
talked
get
about.
action movies the way that movies like this anymore, man. It's crazy.
No. And like John Wick does a great job with what they do specifically, but it's still not this.
But
It's
like
not this.
one thing that I'd say about John Wick that I want to point out is that when John Wick came out, it was a breath of fresh air because it was something new. It was something distinct. It was something that we hadn't really seen before.
in
like
America.
Western culture, yeah, because
Yep,
like
yep.
overseas it was already being done, like the whole gun fu genre. And then John Wick came out, and every single action movie since has been trying to be that.
And
So
the
much so to
lighting,
the point where
they
like
don't use the LED lighting properly in other movies though.
I think the problem is just that like movies are released now, and it's like even with outside of the action genre, movies are released, they do really well, and studios just try to replicate it. They never go
Yeah.
out of their way to ask why it did well. They never go out of their way to even think about why the film did well. It's just let's do this exact same thing because it's popular right now.
Yep. That's why we're getting the Hot Wheels movie.
Can't wait for that Kool-Aid
Are
movie
you
to drop.
serious?
Yeah, they're making a
You're
Hot
not
Wheels movie.
serious. Wait, hold up. You're not
No, he's being for
serious.
real.
Oh
That's
my
serious.
god.
Pretty sure it's directed by
What
J.J.
is y'all
Abrams.
doing, baby? What is y'all doing? Next you're gonna tell me they're gonna make like what's
Hot
it?
Kool-Aid.
Well, it's
No. Let's look at I don't know, like a
Kool-Aid.
Mattel
Well, it's because they watched
Hasbro.
Barbie. They watched Barbie and they're like, okay, well, they want Mattel material. Like, no, they don't.
Material. No, they
See,
actually did.
I
I'm
They're
surprised you
I
haven't heard about this,
understand Hot
Makash, because
Wheels.
they legitimately like renounced that like the week after Barbie came out.
I just like I'm ignorant to it because I don't want to believe it. Sounds like a joke. Because like Hot Wheels,
yeah,
I mean,
directed
y'all
by
just gonna
John
make like
M.
a Fast and
Chu.
Furious type movie. Like they tried making Need for Speed, but Need for Speed was not good.
Uh,
Need
John
for
M.
Speed had
Chu
its
is directing.
moments, but I agree
Yeah,
with you, it wasn't great.
The Need for Speed.
The problem with Need for Speed is there's a lot of moments that do feel very, very video gamey, and it's like this is a movie. This doesn't work for this.
it's hard. It's see that's the thing. It's like I let's talk about Jonathan Nolan. So this pilot right here in the helicopter, that's
Yeah.
Chuck Tamburo. He's the
Mm-hmm.
dude doing. He's the one actually doing this piloting right now too. Even though it's half real, half of this stuff right here, they like whatever they put a helicopter like on a crane and then just spinning it around. And
Mm.
then outside, yeah, they were actually doing it practically like 5 feet away from actual building. But that's Chuck Tamburo, MVP for
It's
this
crazy to me
movie.
that this is. I mean, it feels like we like lose so much movie with this theatrical cut. It's not bad, but it's like, where's this scene? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I firmly believe that you can have a longer movie as long as you're emotionally investing your audience, right?
Cameron can
It's
do that.
studio notes. It's studio
It's always studio
notes.
notes.
Because like I can like the greatest example I was talking about on John Wick, Gladiator 2 versus Gladiator. I'll take the 30 minutes you take us to invest into the characters over the 5 minutes you get in Gladiator 2. Because no
Yeah.
offense, like I love Paul Mescal, but I don't care. We already know that you're, the son.
Yeah.
We're like,
You know what's funny? Something that I learned recently about so the
this
whole
right
thing with
here.
like the whole thing with films being a certain runtime in with studio notes and them doing it because of how many showtimes you can fit in a day. Did you know that
Hmm.
there's an equivalent of that for books?
No, I did not.
Did you know this, Pat?
Mm. Hmm. What is
So
it?
like
So,
Is it like
also another parallel between Jim and Nolan. So, whenever they were shooting this chase and it started raining, they would go under an overpass and start doing poor man's for the inside stuff. Because Jim was like, we still need to make our days. It's the same thing that like Nolan was doing on Interstellar. Like, oh, we're in the parking lot in Iceland. Like, we're still gonna
yeah.
let's shoot inserts. Let's do something.
um
Continue, Martin.
the the equivalent of like what you're seeing with
Like 200
bookstores
pages maybe?
is because of how thick a book is, they can fit less of them on a shelf.
That makes sense.
And so like you have authors like
What
Stephen
about
King who write these massive novels, like
Yeah, well, you
anybody
get
who
like a
does these
Stephen King
franchise.
or like a Brandon Sanderson, like they're to a point where it's like it doesn't matter. They're gonna write a 1,000-page novel because
Yeah.
it's like
It's
I've
like
already established
it's like the
myself
version of
as the
Nolan. Like it's like they're
fantasy
gonna make a three
guy.
and a
what's
half hour
funny?
long movie.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
funny is Stephen King also writes the short stuff too.
yeah. No, I could see. That's why I don't have slipcovers. They take up
Because they take up
space.
space on a shelf, yeah.
It adds up.
Steelbooks do too.
It adds up.
Just insanely awesome work.
Again, I don't the damn movie. Who
You know
cares?
what's
It's in a steel
crazy is this
case.
highway work.
Steel
After this,
case.
we might
Slipcover
the
of the damn fucking movie.
after this, I think Bad Boys 2 is the next movie to do this like level of like action work on a highway. And obviously this is better, even though Bad Boys 2 has some crazy good action.
Bad Boys.
I don't know if that's a hot take. Bad Boys 2 is like legitimately, if you told me 100 movies, this is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Bad Boys 2 is better. That's what I said.
No, I said Bad Boys 2.
Oh,
Yeah, Bad Boys 2 is better.
Bad Boys 2 is still the best one, I think. Even though I do like all of them, 3,
I actually
4,
think
but
in terms of like actual writing, I think the first one's a better movie, but the second one is so much fun that it completely
Yeah.
makes you forget everything about the first movie.
and it's like every time it's still hilarious. It baffles me that, a movie like Bad Boys 2 or Rush Hour gets like a warning
Focus it.
now before the movie for like
Oh
the
yeah.
jokes.
Yeah. Praise the Lord. TCM does that when they play Gone with the Wind. They
That I
literally say
understand.
they say
That I
this movie was
understand.
made. They say this movie was made in 1939. It was a different time. This movie has not been altered. This is as it originally was intended. Here's the film,
Here's what
which
I
is
think
fine.
is
Which is
is
fine. It's
is
like that's how it was
I'd
made, and here's
prefer
the
that they
film.
would just have something like that before the movie than if they changed it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
Oh
that's what
yeah,
they do. That's
which
like
what
this
they
As
is.
long as you
they
don't
cut some
alter the
stuff out of
film,
French
I don't
connections,
care.
It
right?
literally says like this
Friends
movie is
connection,
a
yeah.
product. They literally said it's a product of its time. It's 1939. Gone with the
When
Wind
I
has a
watch
lot of story issues, but incredible filmmaking, and it looks fantastic. And arguably, I think one of the best scores of all time.
when I watched Birth of a Nation, just because it's like one of those things where I was like,
Dude, I had to watch
Googling movie
that
stuff.
in film school every year. I get to another class, Birth of a Nation. Like, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it again. I'm not watching it. I fucking hate this movie. It's 3 hours, goddamn long.
We
But I'm
watched it
sure
while like
TCM
rendering.
puts that on, and they say that like again, product of its time. But from a cultural standpoint, it started the Ku Klux Klan. It's a historical movie.
And
It's
I was
fucked
like,
up.
oh, hearing like, Spike Lee talk about it and that sort of stuff, it just brings context. And
Yeah.
it's like,
They've
I
shown it on
wouldn't
there
even
a couple
show it.
times. They've
I
shown
would
it on
not, I
there. It's
don't,
just like I think there was like a last year they did like a whole series about essentially black history in cinema. And they showed Birth of a Nation to be like this is what they how they would and it was a
portray.
yeah portray yeah.
Oh, I know it's terrible in that movie.
But and then because I had seen it in film school like 3 or 4 times, like I'm never gonna watch this movie again.
I
Like
was confused at
I think I
first
left
watching the movie.
the first
And
time
then like
the second time I left, I was like, I'm not watching this again. Or the third time, I was like, I've seen it. I know the movie. But I will say from 1915, I get why they show it. They moved the camera that no one had ever done before, and that's why they actually used shots in Forrest Gump
yeah,
for Birth of a Nation. We're talking about Birth of a Nation while Terminator 2 is on.
it just some insanely great
Yeah,
action work
yeah.
happening. They had a bit of a Arnold on a screen, but like this, like, oh man, they're just doing a fantastic job with this action. And I'm telling you, all of these locations, the location work on this movie is impeccable. It's better than
It's
all
crazy
the
that we're
other
already like
movies.
at this part of that fucking movie.
That drop, there was a bit of CG when he jumped off the thing, but it was fantastic. It went by
Yeah.
so fast. I remember watching this scene for the first time, and I'm telling you, I remember I was standing, I was at my house standing watching this, and I was just like, what's gonna happen? I'm like, did he die? What is like
You're
what?
standing like a dad, standing like a dad,
Dude,
watching you
low key,
FX.
that's how I watched this
Oh,
movie for the first
y'all want to
time.
hear a horror story real quick? So,
He's like, my foster
the
parents
third
were
act
killed
of
by a
this movie
Terminator.
is on TV when I was a kid,
Give
and
him drinking milk.
I asked my dad, I was like, hey, like, can we finish watching Terminator 2 and then we'll go to sleep? And he's like, yeah, cool. Go to sleep after that. And then someone broke into my house that night. And
Oh
literally
shit.
the
Damn,
window I was sitting next to is where they broke in from.
that's wild.
I watched this with my
Would
dad
they
as
would
well.
they
And the way
steal?
that you're
Would they steal?
So they had broken into my house already, and we had boarded up the window, and they pulled the board off the window and came back inside. It didn't look like anything was
Damn.
missing, but it was like, but it's like, if like a board like fell off, it would fall off, but someone had picked it up and put it to the side, right?
Damn.
And it's like, it's horrifying.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And a little bit after that, we moved. So this right here with him being
Damn.
frozen, I had no context. I was like, oh, he's gonna die. I was like, this is awesome.
Hasta la vista, baby.
And I tell you, after I heard that line, I would not shut up. Hasta la vista. I tell anybody, hasta la vista, baby.
my dad loves that line.
8-year-old me, hasta la vista, baby.
I mean, it's an iconic line. How many iconic lines does Terminator have? I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby.
I think it's less than 50 is what I saw. Because it's like the amount of money that he got paid for this movie.
It's crazy.
No, I was saying how many like iconic like
Oh,
film.
iconic
Oh.
lines is probably about 3.
of
My
Terminator
favorite
lines.
redux of one is in Expendables 2. It's Arnold and Bruce Willis, and Bruce
I think
Willis tells
these
Arnold,
are these are the main three. I'll be back. Hasta la vista,
Hasta la
baby,
vista.
and come with me if you want to live.
"Come with me if you want to live." Yeah,
Yeah, those are the.
Do you guys
But,
know how many
Bruce
lines
Willis-
he has in the first movie?
like
There's like
5.
30 something.
17.
17.
Yeah, low. But Bruce Willis tells him, he's like, "Oh, you've been back enough. I'll be back."
I'll be
And I'm
back.
just like, there's such like the end of
Like,
whatever
is that
Expendables 2 is so
Expendables?
corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 is the best one. It's just corny action nonsense. It's such
Do you
a
know how
fun
many
time. John
do you know
Van
how
Damme's
many
the bad guy.
words he speaks in the second movie? Words, not lines. Okay, I'm sorry. So the first movie was 70 words. The second movie, I'll let you guys take a guess. And how much he got paid for it?
Let's say
I wanna say he got
300.
paid.
Not 300. That's too much. 150. And he got paid probably 11 million, and then back number, like back whatever profit share.
Did he get box office share?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just says that it
did.
says that what he made for the movie and then the number of words. But also it does not say whether or not this is the director's cut. I'm assuming the theatrical cut, but I'll go ahead and let
Probably
you go ahead and take a
theatrical.
guess.
I'm gonna say he speaks 100 lines,
How much did he get paid?
and he got paid 15 million.
You were right on one of those. Vakash, you were closer on the other one. He was paid $15 million. You were right on that. Neither of you were right about the words, though.
Damn.
He had a total of 700 words. Vakash, you were closer.
Damn.
Oh, okay. I said it right at the first.
You were close, but your final answer was not 700.
What happened was they gifted him. So the payment for the movie, some of it was actually that he got gifted a Gulf Stream. Martin, is there a reason why you have a QR code on your watch? Bro, out here doing like
My
Terminator.
my
Easter eggs for the
ticket.
pod.
It's my ticket for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Oh, from your wallet.
I think so. Yeah.
I just put Snoopy on mine. If y'all can see, a little
I
Snoopy
got
on
my
here.
tickets for Megalopolis on
nothing.
here and the
I got
Odyssey.
nothing.
Look at little Snoopy, little cutie.
The Odyssey. That's
Can't believe I got
wild.
those tickets, bro.
I'll just see it then. I'll just see it during the week. Like
We'll see
good.
what happens once the tickets for the weekend go up next year. I might be coming your way, Martin, because that's the closest I'm gonna get to anywhere, and that is full. That is full IMAX 70 mil.
I'm gonna go to
Like, come
Nolan's
on.
Theater. I'm gonna go to City Walk. I'm gonna go to Nolan's Theater. I saw that
I
man
love that video
in the
of,
wild. I saw him in the wild walking around.
I love that video of Dwayne Johnson talking about the screen that
Was that for Red
Nolan
Notice?
watches his movie in. It's
He was watching
about
a
Red
City Walk.
Notice.
He was at City Walk. That's where I saw Sinners.
No, I
He
know.
was literally-
But him saying he's like, this is where they say that Chris and Emma sit for their movies. He goes, and I thought, wow. Can you
Red
imagine Red
Notice
1
here.
on this screen?
Or was it Red Note? Red One?
It was
Notice?
Red
Fucking
1.
weird.
The way that he has 2 movies with the word Red in it, like, get fucked.
Oh, was Red Notice the Netflix one?
Yeah, Red 1 is the
Never saw
Christmas
it.
one.
Both
Red
was
One is
I saw Red One.
both are
And
legitimate money.
oh
They're both of
boy,
them are legitimate money, like money laundering to me. Like there's no way
Jesus.
your movies cost this much, and it is a crime that Gal Gadot, Ryan Reynolds, and The Rock got paid that much money. Like the Red One was a terrible Christmas movie in general. Like, how are you gonna make Chris Evans unlikable? Like, period. Not even charismatic. And the man has charisma. So
Dude, I watched whatever Red One, and he was there for a
they make
paycheck.
it is
He
so
actually he
like
actually called
military
out he
coded.
called out Dwayne Johnson. He called out Dwayne Johnson in the
Who did?
press. Chris Evans.
Oh,
He said
I
that
know
he
what you're
would
okay,
talking
show
okay.
up.
about.
He said he would show up late all the time and like would
Oh,
piss in like water
I thought
bottles.
yeah, I thought it was like $50 million or something that they got from like overages just from him being a
Yeah,
completely unprofessional
They
unprofessional.
human
they
being.
they shot part of it here in Atlanta, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, word
See,
gets
but
around,
that
man.
It's just
my
amazing how
problem
you
is
can
that if you're the
the
movie
budget of
star,
that fucking movie, the budget of that fucking movie,
250, right?
It's an
like
expensive movie.
It doesn't look like
250,
it.
250 million. Two like okay. You
Cold
saw
shot.
you saw Sorry Baby today, right, Martin?
I did see Sorry Baby.
Good shit, right? Good
It
shit.
comes out. It comes
Dude,
out
I
next week
loved it.
here.
I loved it
Fucking
so
Okay,
much.
amazing.
I will
So
say
fucking
real
good.
quick. I don't know if I told y'all. I was following Eva on TikTok in like
But
2020. I
okay,
love that
I've
woman.
been following her for a
Red
long time.
One.
It's fantastic.
Red One.
She's awesome. I haven't seen
Budget.
the trailer for Sorry Baby, and I'm so excited
We're
to
not
see
even
it
talking
next
about
week.
Terminator 2 right now, but Red One budget, 250 million. Sorry Baby. Incredible. 599,000 budget.
I can't wait
Holy
to see it.
shit.
See that's the problem. If
See what you can do is making taking that Red One fucking money, put it somewhere
but
fucking else.
but my problem is that even if you want to make a big budget like Christmas movie, and we made a whole episode writing these movies, and I wrote one,
Holdovers.
and
There's your
literally
Christmas movie.
no, literally I wrote one, and Arnold is like one of the henchmen villains in that, and in my version
When
that I
he's in it,
wrote.
drink Christmas movie too. Drink all the
But
way.
yeah, but what I'm saying, but that was one of the conceits where it's like you have to be in a whatever for the draft. It's like someone
Yeah.
who's been in a Christmas movie, they're the only people you can cast.
Sorry,
But
baby. Best music
it's
year,
just
easily.
the problem is that they just don't know what they're doing with the story first.
Yeah.
And it's like it feels so wrong to say like, can you at least make me feel an emotion towards another human being?
That's like, look
But
at this. Like this is a quote unquote blockbuster.
you're
Not
I mean,
made for
making
even
250 million.
it is kind of back to what you're saying though, Vakash. Like you're saying, can you make me feel emotion towards another human being? But like the scene where his finger goes up, like the
Yeah.
thumbs up, and
He
it's
shows
a
his emotion as a
robot.
human being.
yeah. You're
There's
crying.
his emotion
But
as a
see,
human
that's the thing.
being.
We talked about it with Blade Runner too, right? The most human characters in
Oh
Blade
yeah,
Runner are the
the most human
ones,
characters are the robots, the
they're the
replicants.
robots. They're the androids. And the most human relationship in this is between a robot and a little boy.
Yeah.
That sounds weird to say, but a young man.
A little boy. Again, this is the first movie ended in a factory, right? A machine factory.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's like
Machines
molten
killing the
lava.
machines, yeah.
But like I love this where it's like you can push the line with the robot versus robot where
Yeah.
it's like we think he's gonna die, you know? The good guys are losing. And I think that that's one of the more beautiful like things just to think about is that, despite all the technology that, you know, human ingenuity is what's gonna win us over.
Yeah. But the problem is humans created that technology.
And humans are the ones doing the dehumanization,
Yep.
which is the truth.
The most
And that's the
dangerous
only
animal.
reason people go and drop bombs on other people and think that that's a reasonable thing to do, that it's reasonable for kids to play with guns, it's reasonable to kill another human being.
Most dangerous animal. It was my favorite book in high school.
It's the most dangerous
Or
animal,
film.
right? That's why. It's because it's my favorite book. It's the most dangerous animal.
He's like,
Actually, funny enough, did y'all see the trailer for the movie Dangerous Animal? I think it came out.
Speaking of, sorry, baby, the great John Carroll.
Oh, I was gonna say he's in it. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what?
He's in Sorry Baby. John, or what's his name? John Walsh.
I was doing Zodiac lines there. I don't think you caught that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in it?
I caught what
He's
you're
in
saying. Don't worry. That's why I was kind of leaning into it. I was like, yeah, it's my favorite book.
It was my favorite book in high school. That's when he leans back.
My favorite book in high school.
When he
And then he
puts the
says,
foot on the side
what
and
does he
it's
say?
shot.
He goes, those knives that were in my car from a chicken I butchered for dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, do you want to go to fucking jail?
What?
Yeah. All their mouths drop. They're like, what the fuck did you just say, dude?
Oh, what a film.
I love Zodiac. It's so fucking good.
So fucking good.
They can't even get that right nowadays.
There you go.
Man. Zodiac's goated.
She's got a twin. That's what's crazy about this shot.
Again,
oh yeah, she do
don't
got
know
a
that
twin.
she has
That's
a
right.
twin.
That's right.
Yeah.
So like that, I'm sure probably came in handy a lot when they were making this movie because there's the scene with the mirror where they're like in the mirror and that's how they get the shot.
Yeah.
And then for Arnold, they literally just have a stand-in, but
Yeah.
she has a twin. That's how they got that shot. You know, ever since I watched Sinners the first time, I remember thinking about how like the shots look like where they're together, how there's like the twin thing. I was like, really, there's like only like 2 or 3 shots I thought about. Then I was like, no, let me keep count. And the last time I saw it, I think I kind of like about 12 or 13. Still impressive.
Did that be I thought about like as a twin like that?
It's a headache.
Like,
I'll tell you that.
At this time, like her twin, like thinking that she is Linda Hamilton, I would play it up that I was. Keep walking around like, yeah, I was in Terminator. That's me.
My personal take on the double role movie is that
here.
I want the same actor playing 2 different characters.
It looks like, to me, this was like a Thing, little homage to The Thing.
It is.
The way it looked.
It is.
The way
it
it
is. It is. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was like, dude, that was like The Thing right there.
The Thing and Blade Runner being released.
You're talking about
the same day, dude. It's crazy.
the dog
and
thing,
both
right?
bombed. And both bombed.
They both did fucking awful. No one watched them.
Yeah, when I was rewatching it, I was like, dude, that's literally The Thing right there.
This is one of my favorite movies. The Thing is also one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, they both bombed. Blade Runner and The Thing. What was the box office weekend at? What was the top movie? Because it was bombed.
Let's find out.
For the weekend for The Thing?
The Thing and Blade Runner came out on the same
Blade
day.
Runner came out on the same day.
And they both bombed.
1982.
That's why they're cult classics. Because they both bombed.
And they both have sequels that also didn't do great.
And The Thing was a sequel, which is funny.
Or remake.
Well, I mean, it's a remake. It's a
remake, not a sequel. Yeah.
Or
remake, yeah.
even though what's his face? Who's it? Howard Hawks.
But there had to have been
the man who came from or Man from Another Earth or whatever it is. That's a good.
Oh
movie.
The Thing is
the
a
Thing
remake
from Another World.
It is
a Thing from Another World.
Right.
It's good.
Which is funny because in John Carpenter in Halloween, they're watching The Thing from Another World on the TV.
Oh, they are.
He makes the thing.
They are, yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen Halloween, but
oh my god, dude!
I'm curious to see what the movie was.
Okay. So
is it the fucking Karate Kid?
No, it's okay. The reason I said "oh my god" is not because of what is at the top.
What it is.
It is mainly just because the number that it actually opened at. Okay, so for context, there's 10 movies that are on this list. What place do you think The Thing opened at?
10. 8.
Did you say 10?
Yeah.
You said 10, I said 8.
Because it is 8. But for context, it also has the least amount of screens as everything else on the screen. Everything else is about 1,200 theaters. There's another few movies that are on like less than 1,000, but they're not.
Was this 82?
It was 82, but none of them are on their first week. The only one that's on this first week that opened at number 8 in less than 1,000 screen is The Thing. But also, Blade Runner didn't do awful. It opened at number 2.
5, 2.
Number 2, so it didn't bomb.
But I think it drastically dropped off.
They made
after
like
that. That's
30 million on Blade Runner, did they not?
So here's the thing: is it did open at number 2, but it didn't make anything opening weekend. It made 6 million. Do you guys want to guess what the number 1 movie is?
It's probably a family movie. Do I know it?
You both of you absolutely know it.
E.T.
No, that was
Vakash or not
80.
Vakash? Pat
That was
Brennan.
81. Was E? Unless they re-released it. 82. I don't know.
It
Is it
was
ET? Is
ET.
ET? It is
But let's look
ET.
at the second week. Blade Runner did not have a huge drop off in terms of actual
That's what,
money. It still made about 5 million. It just dropped to number 4.
I think the
Funny,
problem was Blade Runner's budget was that's why it was a
but
bomb.
funny enough, though, Rocky 3 was actually at number 4 for its first week, and then it skyrockets to like 3. So it actually overtakes Blade Runner, and then
Rocky
Blade
3
Runner
is
goes below.
with
Clubber
I Pity the
Lang.
Fool, right?
Yeah,
I
with
think
Yeah,
so.
Heat.
Clubber
It's the one
Lang.
with
Yeah, yeah, that's
Lang.
the one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, it is Clever Lang. You're right.
Yep. What do y'all? I love Rocky 4 too. Rocky 4 with
Rocky 4
Ivan
is pretty
Drago.
solid.
I think it's such a bold move to like just straight up murk Carl Weathers, you know, like just like Creed, Apollo Creed. Nope, he's out. He's gone. So you just
But
play it
it,
right into a
even
revenge movie.
this scene here, like the
Such a tender
machine
moment.
becomes self-aware that he needs to kill himself.
Yeah. This is the parallel to
The
Miles Dyson right
humanity.
here. This is the parallel that
Yeah.
Miles also
Sacrificed
sacrifices
himself.
himself,
Yeah.
and he does the same here.
Was the thumbs up ad-libbed?
Not aware.
Dude, this shot come right here, you know what I thought of? Titanic. When Rose is leaving.
Actually, I thought about it too.
It's
Okay.
the same shots. It's the same shots. Literally the same shots.
They're letting her
Oh,
And they
go.
okay.
go
No,
like
no.
this.
I remember now.
It's literally the
I know, no,
same.
I know, I know.
But then she jumps back
It's been like
on.
50.
But yeah,
It's not
I was
15.
literally,
It's been
but
10
like
years
even
since
that
I've
shot
seen
right there,
Titanic.
and they're both looking down. It's literally Cal and Jack, and I was like, this is literally
Dude, that
Titanic.
shot of Jack 2, like
When it
as
has the
it's
firework go off, it has
the
like the
firework,
flare
dude.
go off, the flare
That
go off.
you already know that Cameron was watching the monitors and he was like,
Fuck
"We got
yeah.
the fucking shot.
Y'all should
We got
one
the fucking
one of
shot."
y'all needs to listen to the Deacons pod episode with Russell Carpenter, who he started working on Terminator. Or sorry, he started working with Jim
I just
on Titanic. And the story he tells of like how he started working on Titanic is fantastic.
I
I ain't
just
gonna be here,
restarted
so
that
one of y'all
pod
guys
because
go do the research.
I never listened to the older episodes. I restarted it. The
Oh,
Deacons
for
pod.
Deacons? Oh, for
Yeah.
me, it's like I just go off of like if I know their work to some extent.
For
And
The
then I
first
just
episode,
listen.
the first
the
episode, there's them
Titanic,
talking about how him and his wife like met and like how they were working together.
the Titanic episode, we got Tony Michael joining
Yeah,
us.
Tony's coming on. What a
Yo, have
cook.
fun.
We're excited to have Tony on. I'm so excited to actually like talk to Tony and just hear his opinions on everything, just because we text. But
He told me he is taking some notes. He's ready.
oh really?
Yeah. No,
He's
that
like
Then
literally
tell
is,
him to
he's
listen to
gearing
the
up.
Deacons Pod. What do y'all
dude.
listen to it?
Literally,
Because like Russell has worked with like he worked with what's his face with Jim after with him on True Lies and all this stuff, and he has a great story with Jim and how his way of directing and all these things. Like he's one of the people in the hive with him, so it's just interesting to hear his perspective. That's all. But Terminator 2, one of the best movies
me
of all
too.
time, and Jim Cameron has made many uh
We're almost
fantastic
done.
movie.
We only have
We're almost
4 more
done.
left.
By the
Maybe
time that we
wait.
finish the Cameron series, or actually by the time that the next episode is out, an Avatar Fire and Ash trailer will be out. I'm so excited for Avatar 3, guys.
Beautiful
Join us
visuals in
for
that trailer.
True Lies later. I don't know when, but later.